Sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need to panic. I ain't on the wave that could sing the
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by JW Group. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. High energy models and events. Tech for Troops, T4T, baby. Verve Performance Labs. The original shot sock, not without my shot socks. And Specs Wine Spirits and the Finer Foods.
What's going down, man? How they do it in football in the fourth quarter? Hey, we back. Season 4, Noonish, coming at you, man. Gonna have a good time. Ready for this season, man. I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. Man, so happy to see my boy made it back, man. Y'all, he got some stories, too. He got some stories, too. Came back all went to Greece and France and came all the way back home to join us. El Grande Todo, Jonas Bull in the house. What's good, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back in business. And y'all know who it is. Some things change and some things stay the same. Like this intro right here. All hands. Half man, half amazing. Always on time. My boy, my man right here, Mr. Mark Clayton in the building.
Hey, Mr. Don't drop nothing.
Don't drop nothing and burn off on you, Mr. Skid Marks.
I remember the drives now.
It's funny how you remember those more than the catches, right?
Easy. Yeah,
crazy.
Absolutely.
Crazy, heartbreaking. But hey, man, we got a extra special guest in the building, man.
Yes,
I'm telling you, if you done probably banged your head to his tunes, quite a few hundred times, Mr. MouseQuake in the building, man. Thank you very much for joining us, bro.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm great, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
Breathing is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, man. So, man, I don't even know how to start, man. But I know how to start, actually. We got this special video for the people, and we're going to jump into everything else here shortly. But, hey, let's go ahead and rock that video one time. If you don't know, now you know.
My name is Norman Barrett. I will work harder than anybody on the planet. I'm affectionately known as MouseQuake. I was nicknamed Mouse my whole life. I got the name in 1985. Prince came out with a song called Housequake, and I played it so incessantly. I played it so much that my roommate thought it said MouseQuake, therefore the name stuck. I'm classified as an audio engineer, music producer. I've been doing it professionally for about 27 years. I'm a classically trained drummer. I played in concert, jazz, marching, and symphonic band, and the symphony growing up as a kid. But I got my professional training from playing in bands with 40-year-olds when I was 15 years old. Well, I think I take my time and make sure that the songs are breathing and living, instead of just making them out of what everybody wants to hear. I kind of let the song talk to me and tell me what it needs. Well, first, evolution of a song is really quite basic, except, you get, the person creates the song, initial melody, and then you get musicians or whatever to play what they feel on the song. Then it's my job to take the song and cultivate it into what those feelings all meant. And then once we get all those feelings together, then we have a song. I think every time you do something, whether it be good or bad, you're going to learn something from it. So that's how I take it. In retrospect, it's easier for an artist to actually have everybody hear their music now because the internet is free. The music industry has changed in a couple ways. Like back when we were younger, we had to have a record label to put out a record, have a market the record, sell the record, put it in a store. Now you can just go sit down at your house, make a record, get it in good form or fashion the way you need it, and put it out in 5 seconds and reap all the benefit if you know what you're doing. I would advise someone trying to break into the music industry to learn 3 things. Learn the quality of sound, how to present the sound, and how to market the sound. 3 things I do every day. Study, I learn something, and then I practice it. Those three things are major. If you can learn it and study it and practice it, it becomes habit. And those habits will get you paid. The more people you know to get you in places where you need to go, the better it is for you. But don't ever discount being good at what you do. Good at what you do gets you the network and improves your net worth. Your net worth is your network.
Since he was like a kid in Maryland.
Man, so your
crazy.
network
Oh.
equals your net worth,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that's a great saying. So you do a lot of, you like the Godfather, like the guy on the wall right back there, right?
I
Right?
guess.
You do a lot of teaching, instructing,
Yeah.
and bringing the young bucks up, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did you get into that, and what made you even want to start working with the kids like that?
Well, I have musicians. My sons are musicians.
Yeah,
My oldest son is the band director at Robert E. Lee High School in Tyler.
nice.
And my youngest son, Javon Angel, is a producer. He produces for a lot of, famous folks.
Okay.
Without my help, which is great.
Yeah, that's formerly Robert E. Lee
yeah,
High School. I
yeah.
don't think they had the same.
I don't know what it
name.
is now. I know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just remember that somebody saw something in me that I didn't see in myself
Yeah.
when I wanted to be a self-proclaimed hoodlum.
Yeah.
And it was an older person teaching a kid. So when I see a kid, I just think I owe.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
teach them what I know.
Nice.
Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. But,
So when did you get started in music? Because you started as a drummer, right?
yeah, 5th grade.
And we talking in church type drummer?
No,
Or what
straight
we
up
talking
school.
about? Just
yeah.
straight school
Yeah.
drummer, like on the four
I,
hat?
no, I learned how to play the drum set first.
Oh, nice. In school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I went from that to formal concert band from 5th grade to 6th grade. Then 7th grade, I went to junior high, and they put me in the concert band. And I walked in and saw that, oh, hey, ain't nobody here look like me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, man, I'm the only brother in here. So this thing going to work out in the 70s.
Yes.
And my band director pulled me to the side and said, hey, you're the first black kid in this school's band in 100 years.
Wow.
So I had no choice then. I had to stay.
So it was a talent thing.
Yeah,
that-
it was.
that they couldn't deny the talent.
And he didn't even tell me. Now, see, this is cold-blooded. He didn't even tell me any of that.
Wow. He knew you made
because
his
he
band
knew,
better.
Because he knew I would say, man, I ain't,
Yeah.
because in the 70s in Georgia, it was,
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I'm
different
saying?
time.
yeah, so.
Different
but
time.
then I just stayed in band all the way through school. You know,
Yeah.
I went from jazz to concert to symphony to symphonic band, marching band,
Mhm.
drum corps, all that.
So in your music today, how much of that, natural sound do you still bring over to this digital world? Because, everybody's pushing buttons.
Yeah,
Beat
I
pads.
actually use all of that. If I have to play drums, I'll play drums, but I can program them just like I play them,
Nice.
which is easy. And the piano, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And if I don't have the skill set that's required for something, I just get on the phone and call somebody. ain't no shame in that.
Back to the network.
Oh man, got to.
Yeah, so we were talking, and I didn't even want to ask you questions over the phone. You informed me these things, and I kind of want to go back to you, growing up, right? You saw boxing on the run of show, as I like to call it, right? So you informed me that it was a special boxer that you grew up around, man.
Yeah, I grew up around Ali as a kid.
That's
My dad was a promoter
insane.
on his team.
yes.
And I went to Ali's camp every summer until I was 15.
Wow.
From like 9 to 15. So I saw him all the time.
Yes.
And all the people that would come up the hill to come see him. So, we sit on the rock. On his camp, he has these big rocks with boxers' names painted on them.
Yes.
So we would sit up on the rocks, all the kids, and we would watch all the famous people come.
Yeah.
And we trip out over the famous people,
Yeah.
but not Ali. Because we saw Ali all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
So it was
wild.
like my brother told my wife the story when we were kids. We went to the camp one summer. I think we were about 12 or 13.
Uh-huh.
And the cafeteria is on a little side road, and then it's a big mountain that you can look over.
Yes.
So we throw rocks off the mountain, see how far we could throw the rocks.
Yeah.
And then one day we were out there, and Ali came out, and he was throwing rocks. Well, Ali throws rocks a little farther than we did.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And hit a car.
Oh.
Right? So Ali takes off running, right? He takes off running, leaves us.
Yeah.
So the man, I guess the man saw us and drove 3 miles up the mountain and said some boys had hit my car.
Yeah.
So Ali's cook, Sister Lana, she gave us a world-class butt whooping, right?
Yeah.
So we going, dang, man, we got whooped. We didn't snitch,
Yeah.
right? We didn't snitch. So we go eat dinner that night because everybody has to eat at 6 o'clock. Ali just like, we all had to eat. And we eating, and we looking pitiful in the face. And then Ali looks over and says, hey, tell them boys to come outside. We got to finish throwing these rocks. So that was my butt whooping from Ali.
Oh, that's funny,
Yeah.
man. It wasn't even your birthday.
No,
You know?
yeah. But he was a good guy, man. And for him to be as famous as he was, he
Yes.
didn't act like it.
Yeah.
You know, we would get up in the middle of the night, he'd be knocking on the door, let's go steal some ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, why we gotta steal ice cream from your place?
Yeah.
He wants to get ice cream because he in training, he not supposed to be eating it. That's why he blaming on us. Because it was like maybe 6 or 7 kids there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's a
every
big
summer.
kid.
Yeah, man.
That is so funny,
Yeah.
man. Like, and all y'all around your same age and older? The kids
I
at
think
camp?
the youngest was probably about maybe 6, maybe.
Okay.
But, you know, it was a bunch of boys and 2 girls.
Yes.
So, you know, we just caused some trouble, man.
Oh yeah, I bet. I
Yeah,
bet.
we were just riding.
That's crazy, man. And so, you know, after you stopped going to the camp, did you ever, you know, did y'all ever get in contact again after?
My dad took me to see him probably about maybe 10 years after that. Man, I was about 20-something.
Mm-hmm.
And shook his hand. And, you know, I grew up Nation of Islam, so you don't deal with too many grown folks' business.
Yes.
So I just hung out and talked, and then I went on back. I was in the Air Force at the time, so
Yeah.
I just happened to be somewhere that they were.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's just incredible. I could probably ask you questions about Ali all day, but that ain't what this show is about.
Hey.
You know, we talking about Quake today.
Uh-oh.
MouseQuake. You know, so when you first made that transition, right? You know, or decided you wanted to pursue the production side of the music, like how did that even come about? You know,
Well,
what was
yeah.
that opportunity like?
Well, I played in grown-up bands when I was 15 with 35 or 40-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
So vicariously, I was getting a good grooming on how to do the things that I wanted to do without
Yes.
even knowing.
Yeah.
Like the keyboard player, that random band, Mr. Archie, he played for SOS.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a taskmaster. He didn't play. You know, he would teach me little stuff, you
Mhm.
know, that a 15-year-old don't need to know in the first place. You know, don't hang around this, don't do that. You need to learn this. You got to figure out how to do this. And then I took a stronger liking to it. I already knew I wanted to be a musician because, one, I played ball, but I wasn't good as my cousins. They all was pros.
Yeah.
So that's smart enough. Get out of that. Let them do that.
Football, basketball, baseball, what?
Football, basketball, and baseball.
All
Yeah.
pros and all sports?
Every last one
Wow,
of them.
them Georgia boys,
Yeah,
man.
them Georgia boys tough.
Yeah.
And so when I started just learning how to do things, and then when I went in the military, I got a rude awakening on how big the world was.
Mhm.
You know, my first assignment was in the Philippines, and it's a hop and skip from Japan, hop and skip from Korea. So I got to go and buy the stuff that I wanted.
Mhm.
And since I don't drink or smoke, I ain't have nothing but free money.
Yeah.
So I just bought all the things I did, and I just practiced. And then I got sent to Oakland, California.
Where you find that free money at, though?
Well, I mean, you know, if you're in the military, you only got 2 real vices,
Yep.
hookers and money,
Yeah.
and drinking.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have the other 2, so I just
Yeah.
had my money.
Nice.
You know, I got to Oakland, and then I met a young man by the name of Sebastian Attaway, who was linked in with all the stars at the time. Little did I know that those stars would be big stars. Like, he took me to meet Foster McElroy,
Mm-hmm.
and they did In Vogue. I was there
wow.
when they were auditioning for In Vogue.
Wow.
Yeah, had no idea who the girls were, none of that. Dawn Robertson lived upstairs from me in my apartment complex, never saw her before.
Yeah.
And then,
In Vogue was huge back
yes,
in the
man.
day.
So, and in turn with that, his best friend was a cat named Randy, who danced for Hammer. So I got
At
to hang out
Oakland.
with them, Hammer,
Yeah.
and then James Early, the producer, and Angie B,
Yeah.
and Felton Pilot from Convulsion.
That was Albie Sure Girl, wasn't it?
No, she was James Early, but she got famous because she wouldn't see Mike Tyson while he was in jail.
Ah, gotcha.
And then I met a whole bunch of other people, so I started getting to meet all these famous people, figuring why am I meeting all these famous people, whatever. And I was actually learning the business from them.
Wow.
So you always got to be cognizant of who
Yeah.
you hang around
Oh yeah.
and what you're hanging around them for. And it was so funny. I would be in a room and somebody would walk in, and I'd be like, "Damn, I just saw him on TV."
Yeah.
And hey, what's going on? I'm like, in my mind going, man, what do I need to say?
Yeah.
And then I remember I grew up around Ali.
I was
Say
about
the
to
hell
say,
you
you
want to
grew up around Ali.
say.
Like, come on.
Say what you want to say. But
Yeah.
I just knew that's all I wanted to do.
Yes. That's
And,
incredible.
yeah,
That's
so-
incredible. And I mean, so you got like if I look at the list of people that you work with and done music for, right? It's the sound. It's like a soulful sound that you produce, right?
Yeah.
Like when I think about Pimp C and the way UGK used to get down,
Yeah.
And I mean I got my big brother. Like that's what I grew up on,
Yeah.
right? And then even it's so weird how the West Coast and the South music is very similar, right? At the end of the day,
It is.
And-
It's basically because everybody from down south
Went there.
moved to California or up Midwest or
Yeah.
back east.
yeah,
So it's just the same thing.
yeah,
It's just the way the words and the slang. Like Pim used to say, we think fast but we talk slow.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And see, in New York, they think fast and talk fast.
yes, yeah,
And then in California, everybody laid back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what 50 say? You gotta speed up. If you ain't him, you gotta speed up your ears.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's wild, man. Like I can just the rooms. I mean, even because I listen, bro. Like you talked about, and I know you ain't a name dropper, but you were at a venue, and next thing you know, like the guy from Aerosmith was on the couch or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, bro. So you're constantly in these different spaces, and I'm just tripped out, because these are people. I'm from a sports world. You know how it's sports and music, like
Oh, yeah, they intertwined.
they
big time.
intertwine like that.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the athletes want to rap, all the rappers want to,
Yeah.
play sports, right?
Yeah.
And so that's crazy to me. So we met on a very cool project,
Mhm.
right? That's still taking place right now, and like just getting to know you, and we don't even talk that much. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit here and act like we talk
Yeah.
every day, but just the calm and it's like everything is factual. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing. It's a different type of being, different type of presence. When you're around.
Yeah, I'll run if I think the stuff is getting fake.
Yeah.
I'll just leave
Yeah.
because I can't even function like that. Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of geeked out because this dude's over here.
Yeah.
Because I used to have to talk trash about, oh man, he not gonna catch nothing, and he woo,
Yeah.
and beat my team. I like him now because he ain't playing.
Yeah.
But when he was busting up my boys, I ain't really like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
So who you root for? Because the Braves won last night. We're going to get into that.
I'm a Falcon fan. I mean,
Yeah.
we getting smacked up right now,
Hey,
like
you
a
know.
little girl, but it happens.
Hey, Dion, you should have came over here when Dion did. You'd have been all right.
Man, I've hated the Cowboys since '76,
That's how much I know you love
and
them.
I ain't never gonna like the Cowboys. My wife's a Saints fan, so I get beat up by the Saints twice a
Oh,
year.
my God. That's the worst.
And
I
so-
think Saints fans worse than the Cowboys.
Man, so I get smacked up all the time. Then my son's an Eagles fan.
Oh, my
man, I
gosh.
get smacked up all the time.
What's going on with that?
Yeah.
How you ever been an Eagles fan?
I don't know.
You're never gonna live after that Super Bowl.
We gonna have to redupe the whole backyard to
That's tough.
get everybody out of there who was part of
Yeah,
that.
you do.
Yeah,
That's like a cancer.
man.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's the craziest or wildest experience that you've had in your production days? Just, I'm sure you got several stories, but
I could tell you one that's extremely funny. I'm not even calling your names because they're gonna know who exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But we was working on a record, and this particular artist said, "Man, I'm bringing some people over."
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm sitting in the room and doing my thing, and I hear the door open. So I'm like, okay, it's cool. And I hear a whole bunch of wood bottom shoes hitting the floor. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
So I got the lights out, and I never look up because I'm supposed to be working. All of a sudden, I turn around and there's 40 strippers in the studio. I go straight into panic mode. Man, and my wife FaceTimes me right now. My ass is tore up.
So she ain't playing no games.
None, bro. So I said, yo, man, you got to get these women out of here, dog. Put them over there or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, OG, we got you, man. I said, bro, don't you know we got married dudes in here? I forgot y'all was married, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That boy ain't forgot. Man.
No, he didn't, man. That was the funniest thing ever. So I had to come home and tell her that immediately before he hit the street. Because I'd have been like, black eye, yeah, she loved me, though. You know?
She love Mark right here. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she loved me.
That was one of the funniest ones.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild.
I did tell you, I told you about the Whitney one, though.
No.
You didn't tell us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of my mentors is Gerald Geo Hall, and he was a staff producer for LaFace. He produced TLC's Fan Mail, 35 Million Sold.
Wow.
And he would take me to sessions all the time. He'd come to my parking lot and call me on the phone. Hey, man, what you doing? Nothing. Come downstairs. Because right then I knew, okay, we getting ready to go back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So one night we go to Atlanta to work on some songs for, I don't remember who it was. I think it may have been a TLC record. And we were at Bobby Brown's studio in Bosstown. And the rule was when Bobby comes to get the studio, if you're in A, you got to get the hell out of Studio A.
Yeah.
Well, just so happened, 3:30 in the morning, Bobby shows up. Want to use the studio. So we got to get ready to get out. But this voice is with him that I knew and my partner G and Gerald and Gio knew. And Gio had taught us to never react to stars coming in the studio.
Yeah.
Never. So that's what we were doing. Well, voice was Whitney Houston's voice.
Yes.
So I'm from Newark. She's from Newark. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm finna say something. But then I thought, oh, he said not to. She comes in. Gio introduces me and said, hey, you know, Mouse is from Newark. I talked to Whitney for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
About, you know, where she was from, where I was from, the similarities of the streets or whatever. I never saw her again.
Really?
Never saw her again.
Wow.
One chance meeting.
That is crazy, man.
And her family grew up in the same projects that I grew up in.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And I never saw her ever.
Just, like, how's that even in the same space? I'm sure y'all across.
I never saw her.
That is crazy. So she just stayed ghost.
Yeah, I think they moved to East Orange after a while, but I never saw her.
Yeah.
I never knew she existed in the projects.
Wow.
Right.
That is insane, bro. That's insane. Yeah. Whitney, man, she was probably the greatest voice I ever heard in my life.
Once in a lifetime.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, once in a lifetime.
That Super Bowl, I can go back to that Super Bowl now. I know she got hit after hit after hit in the 80s. Like, we had I was working with this company a few years back, and the question was, who was hotter, Bobby Brown or Whitney Houston? And they was like, you know, Whitney Houston. And I was like, y'all don't underestimate Bobby Brown, though.
Bob was hot, bro. He was hot. He just couldn't maintain it.
No, he couldn't. But Bobby Brown had them hits, but they can't, you know, they were right around the same time when they were both peaking.
People think Bobby corrupted Whitney. Whitney corrupted Bobby.
You serious?
Yes, man.
What? Absolutely, we think that, man. Because Bobby was always a loose cannon, it seemed. I don't know Bobby personally, but that's the way that he was portrayed in the media, and I know that's oftentimes wrong. Yeah. But
you know, they didn't want him to damage the Golden Girl.
Yeah.
You know, but she from the projects, bro. That don't go
she was
nowhere.
already damaging.
Yeah, that don't go nowhere.
It was in whoever kept that thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, calm down. Because I've been thinking Bobby's the one that corrupted her. That's crazy, bro.
Nah, she ain't corrupt Bobby.
Yeah. That's wild, man. Because Bobby was always, you know, just wilding out like that.
Yeah.
Wilding out like that. But so now, you know, fast forward to today. You know, I know you're saying you do some things on movies. Like, what other projects have you been working on? Are you still pretty active in the scene? Like,
yeah, well, I've been, you know, I'm a brand ambassador for SAS Acoustic Design.
Okay.
And he builds studio monitors and he builds studio spaces. And he just built the only 9.1.6 Dolby Atmos room in Atlanta. It's amazingly beautiful.
Yes.
And, you know, we work together, do things there. You know, I just finished a couple of albums. I finished a Rakim Al-Jabbar album.
Oh, nice.
A Nuwambe album. I think New Orleans Love Ashay's up for Grammy nomination right now. And a whole bunch of other stuff that I signed NDAs for.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, don't mess with the money, so keep it quiet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm branching off into doing a lot of movie stuff. You know, I
Nice.
scored an Amazon TV series called Peter,
Mm-hmm.
and I used all local artists as the backdrop of
Oh, that's
music
dope.
because
that's dope.
they gave me a long list of like songs. I was like, no, we gonna use these local boys. So
Yeah.
they, you know,
Like these Dallas local,
Mhm.
DFW.
I only use maybe 2 famous artists on 7 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, everything else is local.
That is
Peter?
legit.
Peter the
When
series.
does that come?
Yeah.
I think it's November 6th. I think
Oh, so that's coming this week.
this week.
Oh, you.
I think it's this week. Yeah.
You gotta check that
yeah,
out.
all local artists. I mean,
It's Amazon Prime.
yeah, from
Hey,
Fat
y'all check out
Pimp
Peter.
to from
Y'all check
Fat
out
Pimp
Peter
to
on Amazon
Flex and
Prime.
Fab, Telioso, Rakim Al-Jabbar, whole bunch of local artists. Because
Right.
Nice.
you know, what good is having influence if you can't use it to help your own?
Absolutely.
You know, all them other boys got money.
Yeah.
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 They got money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that residual money
That's
is
cool.
real money.
Oh yeah.
You talking
No
about
doubt.
them shows, and next thing you know, HBO pick it up, Showtime pick it up,
No doubt.
right?
That's what we hope.
Netflix pick
Yeah.
it up. Now you got
Cause
you
I
got
get
some-
I get 7 episode checks.
Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gotta keep that coming. You gotta
Yeah.
keep that coming, man.
That's good.
So
That's good. That's been one of the best things about the amount of content that's being produced right now is that some of those artists from local markets that you never would have heard
Mm-hmm.
otherwise get some worldwide exposure
yeah.
through some of those, doing some little theme music or something from one of these, or mood music from one of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
man.
I've discovered some stuff that I never would have
Yeah.
even heard of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and my wife
Yeah.
were soundhound out on movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, for real.
Nice. Yeah, man. So again, thank you very much for coming to the show today.
Yes, sir.
You know, happy to have you on. I know you're a sports fan too.
All
You
day
know,
long.
All about them Georgia teams. I know you had a successful night last night, you know. And hey, I can't even hate, you know, but I got to get, as you know, we are sports and technology here
Yes.
at Noonish, you know. So we're going to dive into the sports side now. So the Atlanta Braves, man, you know, Tomahawk Chop, man.
All day,
Did
every day.
nobody pick them Braves to come out on top. I'll tell you that much.
No.
And hey,
Not even me.
Shocker.
Hey, Jorge Soler. Did
Yeah.
you see that bomb he hit last
Dude.
night? Boy, hit it out the stadium, dog.
He just stopped and said, how far is this going to go?
Yeah, bro. He hit himself on the, it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, he hit it out of the stadium. I haven't seen that in Houston before, bro. Like, over everything on the street.
That one lick, that one lick made just kill Houston.
Yeah,
That
bro.
one lick.
Just deflated everything. He went
Yeah.
3-0 right there. And it's funny because he was also on that Chicago Cubs championship team 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah. He was young buck on that squad. But first Cuban to win, or second Cuban to win MVP, I believe, in the World Series.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, bro. So that dude's a baller, man. But everybody kind of wrote the Braves off because they lost Acuna, right?
Mhm.
Acuna is the stud. That's the
Yeah.
star. Remember, he was in the
No doubt.
home run race we were
Yep,
talking
yep.
about early in the season. He was up there with Tatis. He was up there with Vlad,
Mhm.
Ohtani. He was up
Yeah.
there. Then he tore his ACL or something like that. And everybody wrote him off, bro. And they weren't even leading their division at that point.
No,
when they
we was
lost their star.
actually in last.
Yeah.
After the All-Star break.
Yeah,
We
this
were
is
actually in
after they
last.
lost their star, bro. Like they were in last place, bro, and they came back around. They beat the Dodgers. Like they ran through the Brewers. A lot of people picked Milwaukee to win this year because they were stacked, and them boys did it, bro. And I'm
Yeah.
just so happy to see Ron Washington
Yeah, Wash got him one, baby.
got him one, bro.
You see him on the
You
bench
know.
smiling, ha ha.
Yeah, in Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny because he was with the Rangers. Him and Nolan Ryan were with the Rangers.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Nolan went to Houston. Houston's always been the Rangers, nemesis, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it, since they came over to the AL.
Right.
And now Ron Washington's winning the World Series in Houston, man. You can't write that kind of stuff,
Nah.
bro. That was incredible,
Because
bro.
the Rangers did him wrong too.
Absolutely, they did him wrong, bro.
That's
And
why
put
they
that
suffer.
bogus story on
That's
it.
why they suffering right now. They're the
Absolutely.
worst team in baseball.
And they ain't gonna sniff a World Series.
Nope.
The only manager to take you to the World Series, you do him like that,
Yep.
and now he's still winning somewhere else, bro.
Yes, sir.
And you ask the team, the players. The interview last night, the guy was like, Ron Washington is everything to us. He's the coach. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one that's influencing those guys, letting them know that you need to do this, working those guys every single day at the yard, bro. So, I can go on and on about Ron Washington. I love that dude, bro. Great coach, great baseball coach, man. So happy for him. But, yeah, move on. The next home run title, right? We call this one, though. Salvador Perez ended up tying Vladimir Guerrero for the home run title. Right, Salvador Perez came out of nowhere after the All-Star break.
That swing is nice,
Really
though,
did.
bro.
Man, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. All year long, Guerrero Jr. and Ohtani was up top. We thought we were going to have the first pitcher lead the league in home runs, but, you know, I'm glad it didn't take place, man. I can't stand pitchers, but Ohtani, he's a little different, bro. He's a little different.
He ain't really a pitcher, man.
Nah, that's what people say. but
He can just throw it.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah, he ain't really a pitcher. 'Cause he can just throw it. But
But
that
he-
boy, that's
you know, he's one of the top pitchers in the league at the same time.
He's
though,
something
you know?
else,
So
man.
bro, we ain't seen that before.
No.
Not in our time. And Babe Ruth wasn't that either because he was only throwing 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But that dude's special, man. So, you know, we're going to move on to this NFL, you know. You know, what's good?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mark, you can come on over. MouseQuake, you can come on over, dog. You know,
Not coming over
we're
nowhere.
taking applications.
No, I ain't never going to do that.
Applications right now if y'all want to jump on this bandwagon.
Jump on the
'cause
bandwagon.
It's perfectly fine,
Jump on the
bro.
jump on
Nah,
the chuck
man.
wagon.
You know, the Falcons, you know, it's not their year. Hadn't been their year for
Until
a while.
probably 2020.
You know?
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Ravens, man. But we'll talk about them in a second. But the Cowboys, man. What y'all? I want to hear your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys right now.
The Cowboys are great, man.
That's enough. That's enough. You stop.
Beginning of the season, to me, I was like, they have a chance to do something special with
Yeah.
that roster.
Yeah,
Given they learn how to win ball games, and that clearly
man.
they won them. And the last win, I mean, that
So-
was Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's
that's
the best team win of the season.
Well, I was
period.
about to
Like,
say, was that the best win of the year so
Yeah.
far?
by far.
With your starting quarterback out of the game,
Yeah.
finding a way to win that
Minnesota
in
is not
Minnesota.
in Minnesota. And they're not a slouch.
Exactly, bro.
That was a tough win.
Yeah, and that offense, Minnesota's got a very good offense.
They're no slouch.
And last year, Dallas Cowboys defense was the laughing stock of the league.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And this year, and I told y'all, like, we was, at the end of last year, we were coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We were starting to get pick-outs, fumbles,
Yep.
sacks,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and we
Yep.
still haven't seen D-Law on the field in weeks. Right?
Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory.
Michael Parsons.
My
Randy Gregory.
gosh. He looks
I
like a
forgot-
dog
I
right
forgot
now.
about him.
Like
D-Lo?
unstoppable.
Yeah, I forgot.
And yeah, there's
He
that.
ain't even
Yeah.
back yet.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Yep.
they're like, hey, you can take your time. Get healthy.
Yep.
Get healthy.
Exactly.
You know, we're
Ain't no
good.
rush.
They let go of
Save
Jalen.
it for the playoffs.
We were questioning that move, but why? I don't know.
Yeah.
But Michael
Jalen got
Parsons,
they're in
let
a
go
good
the other
position.
day, didn't he?
yeah,
he got cut by the Packers.
yesterday by the Packers,
Yeah.
man. So that's rough, man. I feel so. That's a Notre Dame guy, so you know I
Yeah.
want to see him on the field somewhere because I'm a Jalen Smith fan, bro. Like straight up,
Yeah, on the
straight
long
up. So-
road.
But he's a smaller linebacker.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's tough right now. It's tough, man, and
It
I feel
is.
bad for him. But our defense looks special right now.
Y'all in position to do something special.
Yeah.
Y'all will absolutely be in the hunt.
Who's the
Absolutely.
better digs right now? They got the same amount of touchdowns, I think.
Do they really?
I think so.
That's wild.
That's cold.
yeah.
Well, the defensive one, obviously.
Yeah, he not.
Ain't no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's special, bro.
He's quiet, arrogant.
Yeah. Yeah, he
He's
is.
I
quiet.
love that type.
Yeah. That's this type right over here.
Oh yeah,
I'm an asshole.
See,
It's just-
I'm still
Let's
mad
be
about some of the
honest.
stuff he did to my team, but I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I'ma let it
I
go.
heard you talking shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I got
I'm
to do
finna fuck
something.
him up. Fuck him up.
Right now.
Cock your leg, fuck him up.
Right now,
and
dog. So, no, man.
robot mission, fuck him up.
You
That was
like
it.
the ones? Is your girl in the stands, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, you should tell her
yeah,
go
yeah.
home right now, man.
Nah, nah, she can stay there because you're going to need that shoulder. Yeah, that's it. Stay right there.
Bro, so, nah,
Bro.
man. So, I mean, I gotta, you know, I don't gotta eat words. It's just evolution, right? Dak this year, bro. You know, it's been a while since we've been on the show, so it's a lot to talk about. Dak has been balling, bro. You
That's
know?
not, I mean, to me, that's not surprising.
It's not?
No.
Me either.
Well,
Not at all.
and you either, huh? Bro, like, he just didn't have the accuracy. Our guys were getting killed
Yes, he
before.
did. I don't know what keep.
Well,
people
he
you
wasn't
keep
getting
saying
blocked.
that. He did.
He wasn't getting
He
no
al-
blocking.
He did.
Yeah, you know,
He was what? What's that? Wile E. Coyote running all the time.
Yeah,
You gotta give him
yeah.
some props, man.
yeah, man.
he's-
I mean, and I've never been down on Dak. I liked Dak in college, like I said, and I was excited when we got him in the draft.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought he was going to be special, but I didn't like the
sure.
way that they progressed him along. I thought they bought him up too quick. But this year,
Nah, yeah, it's hitting.
and I think I truly
Everything's
believe his injury was one of those. It's one of those good things that came out of a bad situation,
1,000%.
right? Because now he was truly able to sit back and watch where he's just been in the game.
Yeah.
And you know how much of a difference it makes when you get to sit back and watch from it's
True.
a completely different perspective.
It is.
You know,
It really is.
and I think that helped him from a mental standpoint be the quarterback that he is today. So
Yeah, I agree.
you know, it sucks that it happened,
I
but
agree.
hey, it's been a blessing. Looking forward to them coming back. We got the Broncos this week.
1,000%.
We're gonna see what goes down, man. So
Yeah.
the Ravens
Sneaky good game.
yeah,
P.S.
yeah,
No Von Miller. Interesting.
yeah,
He's gone, right?
yeah. But I mean, he hadn't really been there though because he's been hurt so much, right?
No, he's
so
been
they've
there.
learned how to play with him.
Yeah, they
without
learn
him.
how to play without him
Yeah,
in a sense, but no, he's been there. Like,
They
he's still top 3 and QB pressures and
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, so he's still
like
a
Von is a
dog.
dude. Like don't yeah.
Okay, so
Honestly.
they still got Chubb out there, right?
Who? Oh, but he hasn't been there. That's who hasn't
Been
done
stepping
much.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you. Because he was supposed to be a dog too.
Supposed to be.
But it's not going to, I still don't think it's just
TBD.
going to be a pushover game, right?
Nope.
Kind of like Carolina,
No.
right? We had to actually play that game,
Yeah.
right? So the Ravens had a bye week this week,
Mm-hmm.
right? And but prior to that, who was their last?
Cincinnati. It was an ass whooping.
Yeah, Cincinnati ran through them, and then they come back and lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
You think they just looked through?
They got
just-
up. They got up for that game.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
they
the
made
Ravens.
No, Cincinnati. I mean,
Got
Ravens.
up for
We
the
were
Ravens.
2. Cincinnati made some damn good plays, some tough plays. That
Cincinnati's got a squad on offense.
They do respect like what they built over there and what they're building is
Yeah.
special.
Yeah,
And
now I
that D
don't-
line, they got some dogs up there, bro.
Really?
Yes.
See, I
Absolutely. They were squeezing the pocket. They were containing Lamar as much as they could. They were disciplined in their pass rush. Like that
Yeah.
shit was. I was like, it's gonna be tough.
So were they rushing
It was
were they
tough.
rushing with backers like
No.
certain blitzes, or it was their
They
front
blitz
four?
here and there, but it was their front 4.
Really?
Absolutely, yes.
And basically the ends were just being disciplined, like running
Ends
stunts.
were
Like how were they
disciplined.
doing it?
Not, and so what they were doing was contain. So they weren't gonna run past the pocket. They wasn't gonna outrun.
Yeah.
Let Lamar step up in the
So
pocket.
2 yards
They were
and-
squeezing the pocket.
And so they were doing
Yeah, they're going to make him escape out and
yeah,
around,
bull
and
rushes.
then retrace.
Gotcha.
We're going to keep him there,
Yeah.
and squeeze him.
So that
Because
they
he is
used it-
short, so Yeah.
Well,
How tall? He
his
6'1", 6'2", ain't
no.
yeah, he's not short. No. Yeah, he's about 6'1". I'd
Yeah.
say 6 foot, 6'1".
he? Yeah.
He's not tall, but he ain't short. He just
Yeah.
average height, whatever.
Yeah.
I think NFL size. But the struggles when you're not disciplined in your rush lanes, Lamar's going to make you absolutely pay.
Yes.
He's
Immediately.
he's progressing as a passer, but he will make you pay if you're not disciplined in your rush lane.
So they played him like
that's
Michael
why
Vick.
you can make him look stupid.
That's why he can make him look stupid. If you
So just
absolutely.
learn something.
Yeah. They played him like Michael Vick. Like they had to adjust to play Michael Vick later in his
Yeah.
after the first
Can't be
season,
out of
or
control.
halfway
just
through
going
the
out.
season.
No.
Right? So they wasn't like kickoff. They
wasn't
were making
firing
sure they
off.
stayed in their lanes.
That's right.
2 yards deep, and contain.
Yeah, and yeah,
right
keep-
here.
Be
Bull
ready to
rushing.
disengage.
Squeeze
That's
the
right.
pocket.
Yeah.
Get in his face.
And they had the guys that could do it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we're in the office. I mean, so by week, this week we got Vikings.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough game. Vikings. They lost. They had a big injury. Donnell Hunter is out.
Defense?
Yeah, their top defensive pass rusher.
Oh, wow.
Like that's
That
tough.
sucks.
Yeah.
9-7. Like, he's out. That's huge.
Do y'all get Bateman back this week?
Bateman's still back. Yeah, Bateman's fine.
Yeah, so is this his first week actually playing?
No, he played. This will be his 3rd week.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been slowly but surely
Bringing
getting
him
him
along?
involved. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's going to be huge.
Last week, he probably had about five or six catches.
Yeah.
Solid. But this week will be, I mean, he's just.
Get more
he's coming.
targets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going
coming.
to see if he's available in my fantasy league.
He already
Only
cheap
that.
inside
Yeah.
trading. Inside
Hey, it's all
Indeed.
good.
Indeed.
It's all
Hey,
good.
it is
Ask
good.
questions.
It's good.
Ask these
They're
questions.
starting to throw that ball a little bit. So
Hey, but before that Cincinnati game, quiet as kept, the Ravens looked like the best team in the AFC
yeah, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
because they.
We are always complete,
Yeah.
and as the season goes on, complete teams ultimately win.
Do you feel better about Lamar as a passer than you did last year?
I do. I watching Cincinnati. There was a handful of in-air throws. He had some misses. I'm very critical of Lamar because it's my guy.
Yeah.
But no, he's progressed as a passer from the pocket.
Yeah.
Like he's made a lot more throws from the pocket and hit on them than in the past, which obviously is dangerous and deadly because he
Yeah.
always has his legs.
Because
Yeah.
if he figures that out all the time,
Oh yeah.
it's-
So you can cover everything.
yeah.
If
It's-
you're going
it's
to play
true.
coverage, I'm gonna make you pay.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
By
He-
finding something and or I'll run for 5 and go like or six, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. Then it makes teams play straight up.
Yeah. So see how you feel about Lamar is how I felt about Dak. Straight up.
What's that? No,
Very critical.
very critical. But as a player, I could look and tangibly say when I see Lamar consistently throw the ball, his
Yeah.
accuracy has not been that.
Yeah.
Like as a player, I can see that. And then I go if we went quarterback for quarterback. When I look at that, there's been stretches of accurate passes, ball placement, ball location, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that's special. Oh, yo, that's special. And when you can say that consistently, dime. Oh, that's another dime. I'm like, you're in that camp. Like
Got you.
a Burrow is in that camp. Your Aarons,
Yeah.
your Toms, and
Yeah.
Russell, and on and on and on. Those guys who can put the ball in those different locations.
Yeah.
You see who starts to move in that direction. And Dak had his moments, but I'll say last year I seen him put the ball in places a lot better than he had at any point in his career. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, those are really good fucking balls.
Yeah.
The ball placement. It ain't even got to be a catch. Just where the ball is
Yeah.
to that guy, away from that guy.
Yep.
Give your guy a chance.
And to not get killed.
You keep doing that. That's right. You
Yeah.
keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's going to go.
So earlier in the season, before the season started, we talked about Lamar's backup, Hundley.
Hmm. Yeah, we did.
Now, do you still feel the same way that he could possibly overtake Lamar?
No, not now because Lamar has proven that he's more accurate.
Gotcha.
No.
Hey, Ravens.
No.
It's gonna be a nice finish to this season.
It's gonna be a nice fan. The
You
season's
know?
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
My pick. We're up with Rams.
Yeah,
That was my Super Bowl pick.
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
guys.
The Rams look
Come
really
on.
good, man. They look
They
really
do.
good right now. They took that L to Arizona, who also looks really good right now.
Yeah, they do.
Very
Who
good.
took an L to Green Bay
Shouldn't have took that out.
that had 3 receivers out the game, right?
Shouldn't have took that out. Right.
Crazy.
Who beat him? Discount double check?
Discount double check, man.
Nah. They beat themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely. Green Bay doesn't convert on a 4th down from the 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's bad.
Arizona gets the ball.
Oh,
They go
yeah.
99.
Yeah.
They're on the 1. Second, it wasn't even 4th down. This is like 2nd down. Collie goes to throw a back shoulder fade to AJ Green. Ball placement.
AJ
Perfect.
didn't know that. Yeah.
AJ didn't know.
Let me
Like
play.
I don't know what the call. I don't know what was going on, but AJ did not.
He thought it was a run play. It looks like.
Yeah, because he kind of came off and was there, and then he kind of looked up, and then DB picked it.
Oh.
Mind you, the DB,
There was a really good-
Chad picked it.
mind you, the DB
Yeah.
was on the team 3 weeks prior. He played for Arizona 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really? It's funny how it happens like that. It's so
Wow.
funny how it happens.
Crazy,
like that.
bro.
Yeah, but
And ball
DB
game.
just reaches out, tips it to himself, picks it.
Ball game.
Ball game.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a great
So,
game, though.
It was a really good game.
You see
Yeah.
how the receiver broke that down really quickly?
Yes.
And I'm like, man, I would have never thought about that.
Oh,
Thought about that.
Yeah,
sad.
man. The
But,
Rams
yeah,
look
Rams
crazy,
look crazy.
man. Stafford got crazy chemistry with Cooper Kupp.
Whew.
Can't believe the Saints beat the Bucks with a
What?
backup after Jameis blew his knee out.
What? Right.
Should the Saints go pick up Cam Newton? Or should
No,
they keep
God,
rolling
no.
with this?
No,
No.
leave Cam at the house.
Yeah, leave Cam at home.
Yeah.
If you gotta get somebody that can throw that rock.
Yep.
Like for real. For real.
In New Orleans, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a
Exactly.
different style. They may as well play Taysom Hill if they're going to run the ball.
If they're gonna run the ball.
You know?
We
But
got that
nah.
already built in. Plus, he's already under contract.
Yeah.
He just what was it, a year ago.
140 million.
Yeah,
but you know that's
yeah.
that's that one year deal though.
It is.
He'll get that
It's about
14.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
They'll cut him.
Exactly.
You know, it'll be all right. He know what's going on.
Restructure.
He gonna take that 14. I
Oh, for
can't
sure.
blame him.
Well, absolutely.
Can't blame him. The Bills, man, they had a very unimpressive win over the Dolphins this weekend.
Yeah.
26-11, and the Jets lost to the Bengals. Right when we thought the Bengals were about to
Bengals
take off,
lost.
bro.
Yeah.
Right when we thought,
Mike
the
White,
Bengals
y'all.
lost to the Jets. Yeah. Like,
Hey,
who? Where does Mike
Mike
White guy
White.
come from? Is he an OU guy or something?
Bro, I don't know.
Like this-
But that boy was balling.
Yeah, he was. Hey, the coach, it's quarterback. It ain't no controversy. He said Mike White starting next week, dog.
Period.
Like,
What do you go like 38 for
why
40?
wouldn't
Like,
he went hard last
400.
week. Like, who?
his first quarterback to throw for 400 and 3
Yeah.
touchdowns in his opening start
Yeah.
since I don't know who it was, like fucking I don't know, name it. One of them.
That's crazy, bro.
Like it's been a while.
Like I gotta go back and watch this guy because this Mike White dude, he might be something special.
Man,
bro.
find out where
Just
he went
random.
to school
Yeah,
at.
right.
Yeah, is he a West Virginia guy or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Jonas gonna
I
find out
don't know.
for
That
us
sounds quite
real
yeah,
fast.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But also, man, what's wrong with the Chiefs, dog?
Struggling.
Is it the
That was
defense?
struggle bus for
They
real.
on the struggle bus.
The offense look like they more in shambles than the defense to me.
They do.
The offense looks like Pat Mahomes, bro. Like I don't know if he
He's
just
not
didn't go
seeing
to
straight,
practice.
bro. He didn't go to
I
practice.
think he's still. I think he's still feeling that hit from Cleveland in the last year in the playoffs. He ain't back
You know,
right yet. Cause
The opening interception, you remember it?
Yeah.
In the game. How
Yeah.
it happened? How did it happen?
they were driving,
Right.
and was it a tip?
They're on the goal line.
Oh no, he just threw it like
threw
the jump pass.
Jump pass, rocket, and what happened? It hit
It
his
was
own.
it was tip.
It hit his own guy's helmet
Oh
and bounces back up.
Yeah.
You know,
Other
when
guy.
shit like that is happening,
Yeah, man.
like it just happened to hit the fucking like right there, bounce up in the air, back to the other guy.
yeah.
When shit like that is happening, you just have to take a deep breath. Just not going our way. Like
Yeah.
it's just not. Go to the table, go to practice, and business as usual.
Yeah.
And you figure like you just have
Just
to
keep
try
working.
shit. You just got to keep grinding it out because
Yeah.
whatever like it's just off. Like
So it's been,
change them dirty underwear.
it's been that way since the
Yeah, so you
Just go-
really just saying their chemistry is shit.
timing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all of that. It's just off.
Yeah.
Mike went
It's
to USF South Florida,
South
South
and
Florida.
then
Wow.
and then transferred to Western Kentucky when Taggart switched from that pro style to the spread offense. So he transferred
And
to,
he brought
to
Mike
Western
in.
That
Kentucky
boy, that's why we
Nice.
ain't heard that boy.
He was drafted- he
USF
was drafted-
to Western Kentucky.
by the Cowboys.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, look at that.
What year is that?
What year was
4
it?
years
That's a
ago or
good-
something?
That's a good question. What year was it?
Nice.
I don't know.
Cowboys.
That's
I'm
I'm
wild.
spouting off knowledge like I
No
know.
doubt. But
Hey,
yeah.
great. Wow.
2018, fifth round.
Oh,
Fifth
yeah,
round?
yeah,
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay. I wonder who else.
Congrats,
was
Mike
that
White.
year. Yeah.
Sealing his job.
Make
Like he
him
will
pay.
forever. He'll be a
Locking
forever
it in.
coordinator. Yeah, he
Yeah.
done. He's in there
What old
20
Tom Cruise
years.
do in that
Right.
movie?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Show me the money, man.
Pay
Yeah,
me,
he
baby.
secured
Show me
that.
the money,
Secured the
man.
bag for real.
Yeah, bro, that was a big time start against a big time team, bro. And I'm talking Robert Saleh was
Oh,
crunk.
yeah, he was.
That boy was hype.
You know, they almost fucked it up because they were trying to run the clock out,
Yeah.
and it was a third down, and they ran the ball. Kid kind of breaks free. He could easily run for the first down.
Yeah.
He kind of gives himself up and slides a yard short.
sure.
Oh no.
IQ, like, but
Yeah.
that's the shit that costs bad team. They're not a bad. They're a very talented team.
Yeah.
But it's just little shit like
Dumb,
that
yeah.
costs
All that stuff
teams.
together, yeah.
Then they had to convert a 4th and 1, and they did obviously, and they won the game. But
Didn't
just to
even
be in
have
that,
put
position,
themselves
have
in
to
that
go.
situation. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
But
the
they're
Jets.
young and they're learning.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be obviously a learning experience. And they got the victory, and they got to
Yeah.
come in Monday and feel good and sit in the hot tub's different.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
it
saying?
feel
The
real good.
massages are different.
The air,
Like,
the oxygen,
man.
walking
But
around
it-
is
it's just
different, dog.
different,
It's still
you
got
know.
that schmoggy New York air, but it's just a
It's
little
just
better.
different. It's a
today.
little better.
You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
little better.
I get it. For at least 1 week.
No doubt.
Well, I don't know who they got this week, but they probably gonna take
But
a L.
yeah, that was cool.
But
Right.
Take a L.
Something like that.
Shut them down.
so
Yeah.
on to the NCAA, man. So all right, so we got the games right here. You know,
Yeah.
undefeated OU, 1 loss Notre Dame. We're gonna start with OU, man. Like
Yeah.
you called it the week before we took off, right?
Yep.
The week before they played against Texas.
Yep.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
said that they might lose to Texas. They came out. They were losing.
Oh, they would have lost.
They were losing.
They would have
And
lost.
then they made that switch.
Yeah. If they don't make that switch,
Spencer
they lose.
Rattler. I think he's going to go to the transfer portal. Or,
The draft.
or to the draft. I don't know who would draft him, though.
Somebody
You think so?
in the second round. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Spencer Rattler that high? He can't even win in college.
He's a very talented quarterback that can sit somewhere and learn and win. He's a very talented quarterback.
Really?
Yes, he's
He
a
truly
very
was-
talented quarterback.
Okay.
I respect, is respect to him. He's a talent, but when it comes to winning, right now,
Yeah.
he's not the best option. And I felt that, but I think he needed this situation to happen,
Yeah.
which I think is going to ground him in a way that's going to help him become a winner.
Yeah.
But he has to go to the right organization.
This reminds me of the
It's-
program. Remember that movie when the starting quarterback, I think he got hurt, though. I
Yeah,
don't think he just lost his job, but he got hurt and he was humbled. Right? Spencer Rattler, he had cameras following him in high school, right?
probably Little League.
Like he's got
Like
he's
that
got
thing is that thing is.
he's on the next
special.
QB1 on Netflix or something, right?
It's special. Yeah. No, he's been on. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
special
been the
talent.
guy, right? And then he gets to OU, and I'm questioning. I'm starting to question the coach. Like, why is he still playing this guy?
Yeah.
But that's kind of one of those guys that you have to play if he's in your system,
Yep.
right? Because of the following and the expectation,
Yep.
right? But when you have a talent like the guy behind him
Yep.
that is just raw and wins, right? That's MJ
Well-
on the bench almost. You know what I'm saying? Like
Without
a guy-
knowing it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
without knowing.
But-
right? This sophomore MJ that got cut in high school. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But this guy is extra special on the bench. What's his name? Williams?
Caleb.
Caleb Williams?
No.
Bro.
So I don't know
Like
what, but I know it is there.
the
but yeah.
he seems like a better leader. Like the team they
Yeah.
cultivate, like they
Yeah.
embrace Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
It's a completely different energy when Caleb Williams comes in the game.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And the numbers he's been putting up since he's been playing. I think he's had one game that was a bit tough for him.
So yeah, freshman record,
Yeah.
touchdowns in the game, first start.
Yeah.
Come back. I mean, the Kansas game, they thought they were just gonna roll it out there and
Yeah.
win, and clearly that was the case.
Yeah.
Last week, 6 tugs, another record. Just
Dang.
Who
I
they played
mean,
last week? They played
we had Tech. Texas Tech,
oh yeah.
and then before that Kansas. But yeah,
They put
Texas
up
Tech, bro.
They put up 70?
No,
Oh, this is the wrong.
no.
What's going on here?
Yeah, they played Texas Tech.
Wrong
and
numbers right here.
Yeah, no, it was a game that needed to happen for us to land at the number 8 spot
Yeah.
in the rankings.
Yeah. It's the wrong. I'm sorry, right here in the NCAA section. It's all wrong. It's
I
all
ain't
all
know.
good.
It's all
But
good.
yeah, bro.
I
So
couldn't have told you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, to land at the number 8 spot
How'd they get to number 8, not undefeated right now?
because we're number 18.
You think
We're not.
so?
We're okay. We're not like don't.
Great?
We're not great. Our defense is not where it needs to be to
See,
be. In
I
the
thought
top
you were
four.
going to say something else.
No, we're not that good.
Because Renee was baffled
No,
by the number 8 spot, you know?
that is fair.
You think so?
8 is fair.
Yeah.
for sure.
Especially after watching the way they played and struggled against Texas, right?
Yeah, and Kansas.
Yeah.
No, ranked 130 120. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyways,
wow.
in Kansas.
But I mean,
Oh,
any
wow.
team
Yeah.
is susceptible to doing that type of having that type of performance against a weaker team.
And you get dinged for it. You
Yeah.
should, rightfully so. Like, you should get dinged for it. And we
did.
did.
Won by 40.
Right. And so we're getting dinged for our play in the beginning of the season and our defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fair.
You keeping up with them Bulldogs though?
We number one, baby. That's all
They
you
is
need to
number
know.
one. Yes, they
With
is.
confidence.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
so-
did.
And we number one in the SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
shut
like
it down.
double
Yeah,
for
that's
like,
shut it down right there.
That's over
so
the
when
top,
the
baby.
SEC championship come out, you know y'all gonna have to play right.
We don't care.
You think they got them
It
this
happens
year?
all the time.
It's gonna be a beautiful
They got
thing.
them this year?
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Yeah.
And not just at the DM.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a
So
beautiful
Georgia,
thing.
Them dogs.
yeah, outside of the Falcons, Georgia's gonna have a good year this year. Is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. We
Man.
know the Falcons
What,
ain't gonna
do
beat
y'all have a
nobody.
tough game left on the schedule before y'all get into
Alabama.
Are they
If
on
we
the
get in the
schedule?
championship,
No, before championship. Who else?
I
Is
don't
there
think nobody else is gonna play them
Gonna
close.
challenge
any-
them?
Nobody gonna play them close.
No.
Because they
That's-
already
that's a
beat
setup.
what?
I like
They beat
that.
Kentucky, right? They already beat
Yeah,
Kentucky.
they
That was,
killed
I
them.
thought that was a tough one. And
They-
Florida was a good game too,
No, they
right?
said only thing
Nah,
Florida
they-
was celebrating was getting out the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they whipped the shit out.
Smooth,
Bro.
whooping, smooth butt whooping.
Oh my God.
What was it?
37-7.
Yeah.
Who did Florida play Alabama real tight?
Yep.
Okay, that's the game I was thinking
Alabama in trouble.
about. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they getting exposed. Everybody know how the game go. If you stop them from being able to do them little dip out passes, they're done.
Yeah, yeah. And they don't
They're
got
done.
Sark there no more
Nope.
either.
They
No,
don't
they
got.
don't.
They don't have no
Yeah.
killer. They don't
Yeah.
have a killer.
I don't know about that now. I
Mm-mm.
don't know about that.
Hey, I think y'all gonna find out.
Well, hey, they gonna
Look,
find
they
out.
didn't have a killer until they had a killer.
Yeah, they gonna find out.
But they got it. Okay.
They gonna find. I'm a dog fan, dog.
Cool.
We
We're gonna bet that. I'm gonna
Oh,
take
yeah.
Alabama.
Oh, let-
You already
we
know.
can go and bet. We can go and bet some donuts right now.
Right now.
Krispy
The-
Kreme.
who- which one?
I got 'em.
Krispy Kreme?
I got them.
On.
Oh, that's the extra.
It's on there.
It's
It's
on.
on there. Yeah, I know he likes
It's
Glazed
on.
donuts.
I love Glazed donuts.
Some on there.
I'm glad done right here, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's done.
I got
Breakfast
the
of
donuts
champions.
after we win that. Look,
Yeah,
I got the donuts if we lose.
yeah,
Bet.
If you lose,
Dozen.
you got the donuts.
Bet.
yeah.
And I'll get you two.
To that, well, you know
That's
that it depends on when you
yeah,
get
but
them.
I
They buy
can't-
one,
I
get one
can't-
free. Don't get it.
Yeah,
Don't get it.
that's what I'm
I
doing.
know about that Krispy
That's what I'm
Kreme.
doing.
Hey,
Like
that was my second job.
with the hot with the light on when they
The
hot.
light on,
I like
baby.
everybody turn around, baby.
Bro, that was my second job.
Yeah,
I love
bro.
it. I love it.
So and SMU man was having a good season. They lost to Houston this past week. It ain't on the
Yeah.
paper, but I just know that. And,
Pony up, baby. Pony up.
Hey, Jackson State man, Deion still out there doing his thing right now. And I'm proud of what's going on. They running
Hanging
through the
in
whole
there.
SWAC. They running through the SWAC right now.
I thought they took a couple.
They took one L. They took one L to Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, Arkansas State and Alabama State and Alabama A&M was supposed to be the toughest games.
Smacked them.
And they beat them by like 30, 40 points.
Wow.
Like, they
That's
out there
what's up.
dogging them right now. They
That's
had a
what's up.
tough one against Mississippi Valley this past week. They squeaked it out, got out of
Yeah.
there. But you know, we're gonna move on. But hey, this rankings whole thing, man. Notre Dame's right behind OU. That sounds about right. Right. The only
Yeah.
L is the Cincinnati. I thought Cincinnati would be higher than where they are, but like you said, it's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
It's the Natty.
They ain't beat
This is
nobody yet.
this is why you
Yeah,
have
they
to
beat
go.
Notre Dame, man.
Come on,
This is
bro.
why you go to a
Come
playoff.
on, man. How you,
That
The
is why you go to a playoff.
Yep.
And you have your undefeated teams that are not your Power 5 teams sitting in them 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
spots, 11,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah,
Perfect.
Let
you
'em go
pay.
at it.
Yeah, y'all play Alabama, Georgia,
and see what
and
happens.
see what happens.
Yeah. And we know what happened when Notre Dame played Alabama. Smack, bro. And I didn't even think Notre Dame was. Notre Dame wasn't ready this year, bro. I already told you we're young. Like
Yeah.
we're not ready for that just yet, bro.
Yeah,
But the next couple of years we're gonna be much better. I do believe.
that's great
You know.
insight.
Hey, no, I'm a Notre Dame fan. Them gold hats, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I was
That's
4
great
years
insight.
old, the
It's all
24
about the
karat gold
hats.
hats.
Yeah.
I grew up in the cliff,
Hey.
you know. And then,
South.
you know,
Sock.
yeah, bro. You know, right
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
You know, Marsalis and Ledbetter. You know, and the gold, bro, it's just
Yeah.
caught my attention, and I've been loving them ever since. When Rocket Ishmael, I cried that night.
Yeah.
You know, when they called his kickoff return back.
Yeah.
But I was 4 years old. Remember it like it was yesterday. I think that was the last time we actually had a chance to win a championship. Like actually had a chance.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Long time.
That's a long time.
That was like 86.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
remember
Long,
nothing
long,
before
long
8
time,
years
bro.
old.
Long time.
Maybe 9 years
You know, we
old.
got Jerome Bettis and Ricky Waters. Like, come on now. We got had some good times. Had some good times going away. But anyway, on to the NBA, man. So Dallas Mavericks starting out real. So we got smacked again last night by the Miami Heat.
I watched that one.
Right? Jimmy Butler and them boys going off over there. Tyler Hero. I think they had 4 dudes score 20 points last night on us.
Strong.
The Mavericks look like a high-paid church recreation team.
Yes. A lot of sugar trash.
Highly paid.
Yeah, you put Luka on the bench, every lead they got disappear.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
And so, then he comes back, he's running the ground. They need to get rid of Porzingis,
Yep.
even if they just got to cut him.
Oh, we did that last year.
And yeah, and then they don't have a bench.
Man, Rick Carlisle was our biggest loss. We're going to see how great that dude was real fast.
We will.
Because he was, as I told y'all, I felt Rick Carlisle was the greatest coach in the league.
Yep.
He was good.
And anybody that's beat Pop as consistently as he did, bro, in the playoffs when it mattered, that's a very good coach.
He had a killer on his team too.
He had
Dirk
that
on
moment.
Yeah, he had Dirk, but still, Pop
Yeah, that
had
time.
Duncan, and Pop
Yeah, that
had some
guys.
killers too.
No doubt. No doubt.
You know, but Rick Carlisle, bro, he's a special coach, and we're gonna
I
feel
agree.
the effects. Jason
I
Kidd
think-
gonna have to.
What they gonna
Yeah,
have
they
to
have to
do?
make moves with that roster.
They gonna have
Yeah.
to. They got to start
I
getting
don't think
rid
they
of
got
folks.
the roster for
No,
Thing
because
it's not a
is-
deep run. That's not a deep run roster.
Nobody wants to come to Dallas.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because nobody gets long-term contracts except for the European guys.
yeah, that's true. But
Jason
you know,
Terry, yeah, everybody gets 1-year deals. Everybody gets 1-year deals, bro.
I mean, but who have they tried to go after?
Everybody. Anytime a big-time free agent comes up, they try to go get him.
Seriously.
They don't want to come here.
man,
Nobody gets long-term deals.
No, bro. Like, if you won't give Jason Terry, if you won't give the guys that brought the championship to the Mavericks, that's a fairy tale, bro.
yeah,
Like, did y'all grow up around here?
yeah. I watched them.
I told
Good
y'all I
point.
had a Laker poster with a Maverick sticker in the bottom right corner of that bad boy.
That's funny.
Like, straight up.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
love
good.
champions, but I'm still rooting. You know what I'm saying? For my Mavericks.
Yeah,
But
Mavericks.
man-
They need a whole like makeover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause
Yeah.
Like, what's their identity?
Luka,
Yeah.
and he's 22.
Yeah.
You know he's good,
Right.
but he's not a bona fide killer.
But
Right.
who's his number? Tim Hardaway Jr. the number 2.
That's number 2.
Finney Smith number 3. Like,
Yep.
what?
They got a whole
Yep.
bunch of BYU players.
Yeah,
And
bro. Like,
Gonzaga, there ain't no killers there. It's like when
Yeah.
Duke players come from the college to the NBA, they don't do
yeah.
They'll do nothing.
They
besides
system
Kyrie,
players.
Besides Kyrie.
Kyrie
and he
only
was there
played
for 1 year.
He ain't played.
Yeah.
He ain't played what 12, 13
Yeah,
games, so
other-
he
yeah,
still
other
had
kind
a
of
hood left in him.
Yeah.
Mavericks just need a whole makeover.
Yeah, they do.
And if you listen, Mr. Cuban, go get a basketball guy.
Please,
Get a basketball guy
Please.
to make them picks.
please.
That's the problem.
And so,
It's almost like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, yeah, I know football. Yeah, you know money. The reason Cowboys are doing good right now, I'm gonna tell you, because he starting to treat
Let
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Johnson like he should have in the first place.
Yep.
The curse is lifted.
yeah.
The Mavericks gonna have to do the same thing. Because remember, like you said, he got rid of Terry,
Chandler.
Chandler.
Like,
Chandler,
everybody
that's
that
tough.
came and did something for the squad, he did
Yeah.
not pay those guys or give them what they deserved.
Yeah, then he's trying to get these guys when they're on their last leg. They're trying to get their contract money.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Nah,
that's,
man.
That
Go
don't
get
work.
some. Go get some
That
killers.
don't work.
yeah.
And let them like Charlotte's doing.
Oh my gosh,
And
bro.
New
I
York,
love
how
to
New
have,
York did.
Yeah,
I'd love to have a little ball here right now because that dude there is special.
he a killer.
That's like 2 Lucas, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
you know,
He's a Luka without being selfish. Luka, you could tell when Luka gets frustrated because he'll just start throwing up stuff.
he
Well,
he
well,
throws tantrums.
My homie tell me that Luke is not a true point guard.
He's not.
That's
He's
the
a two.
Problem. He's a 2 guard.
He's a two.
But he has to be.
Yeah, but he's got to run
That. He
point.
got to run
He's
through
got to
him.
have the ball.
You
in
got
his
Gotta
hand.
go get John Wall then.
Hey, I'd love to get John Wall here. I
Get
think that'd be
John
great
Wall.
for
That's
me.
not a championship move.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's a
Why
little
you-
closer than where we are right now. I mean, we need a big, bro.
You need a big, bro.
Yeah, no,
If we,
I'd rather, yeah.
let's go get the Dwight Howard from the Lakers.
he ain't coming here.
Who's the next youngest Dwight Howard? Who's the next
That kid from
young?
Portland.
Because I like Power.
Carl Towns, Carl Anthony Towns.
Big Cat.
Big Cat, I'd love to get
His
him
money
down
too
here.
long in Minnesota. He ain't leaving.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, hey, I'm just saying the reason why
Gotta
nobody
get one of
comes
those
here is
guys,
because
bro.
Cuban don't pay him the American ball players. He pays Europeans, like straight up. Like that's just what it is. Porzingis, Dirk,
Man,
Luka.
Porzingis.
Everybody else is on 1-year deals. Or they
Porzingis
getting
was the worst.
second tier
He
contracts.
was the
third-year
worst
contracts.
trade ever.
Oh, that
Turns out
hurts.
to be.
That hurt. It was,
he
yeah.
is Charmin tissue paper.
He
Yes,
is.
sir.
He that soft.
Yes, sir.
He was that in New York. Just,
Yeah. He just had
He was
he had
hitting
killers.
shots and he
He
was
had
hurting.
killers around him in New York.
That's
See,
right.
he had some
Had
killers.
Melo around there. Had some guys,
Killers.
who could
Sean-
enforce.
You know, he
Right.
had killers.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
he's exposed here.
Yeah,
they,
he is.
they not looking too good right now. And
Tell you,
Jason
bro,
Kidd
it's
gonna
that-
fall on the sword.
That narrow frame, bro.
Yeah, bro. I thought
He ain't
said
got no
had a
butt.
great offseason. I was
He ain't
like,
got no
I hope he works out.
hamstrings.
I hope he gets some
The
squats.
hamstrings and butt is still missing, bro. He ain't got no base, bro.
Hey, you need that.
You need that,
in
bro.
that league, bro.
At
Hey,
You
17,
gotta have it,
They
bro.
got-
He can't put nobody on his back,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
The Mavericks got a bunch of centers shooting jump shots.
Yeah, they do. They
That's
do.
what they got.
They do. And they can't
Bro.
even play center because they too light.
Yeah.
Who can put somebody on their back in Dallas? Besides,
Nobody.
I mean, Luka
maybe-
can. But
What's
real
my guy?
Guard Brunson.
No, not
Shit,
Brunson.
Yeah, I trust Brunson.
I like Brunson.
Yeah, I
bro.
like Brunson, too.
He's a
He's a
dog.
you
Yeah, that's
I-
a Northeast cat.
That's
boy
a
been-
good
that boy been
piece
playing in that
to a
cold
championship
weather up
team.
there at Rucker Park.
He's a
He's a
great
dog.
piece, yeah,
Yeah,
to a
yeah,
championship
he's a
team.
dog.
He's
Yeah,
that.
but what's
Who's
my Dwight Powell?
No. So
I mean, he's springy, but no. But no,
Nah, man. Nah,
No.
that's all good, man. They need some
But yeah.
pieces, bro.
they do. We do.
Mavericks are struggling right now.
They passed on your boy
The
in
Lakers,
New York, but
what
yeah.
y'all think about Lakers, man? Carmelo's having a career year
Is
up
he?
there.
Is he?
You know,
He's shining.
His shooting percentage is up. 3-point percentage is up.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
yeah,
Hadn't
like it.
scored this many points per game in years.
I'm not a Russell Westbrook fan, so
I'm
I
not
can't
either.
really.
I'm not
Yeah.
even.
Ever since he killed my team, Oklahoma City, ain't liked him since.
Oh, you
Yeah, that's
Oklahoma
tough.
City guy?
No, that was my squad, man.
Yeah.
I figured you was a Hawks guy.
No, I don't
Y'all
like
got
the Hawks,
the-
man. They
what?
did,
Yeah.
they did
I like
Dominique
the
dirty.
Hawks.
Oh yeah.
They did
I
Dominique
don't know what they did to Dominique, but what they do?
Hey, it's just take care of him like they should have traded him to Boston, bro.
Just
Oh, yeah.
let him go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a
Dominique was he
That
just
team
let him
that-
sit there.
it got something.
Yeah, the Hawks all right, but
I like
Oklahoma
Hawks.
wasn't my
'Cause
squad
they got-
when they had KD, Harden, and Westbrook.
Why don't you just come over to the Mavericks, man? You right here close to us. Why you gonna go up to the...
I can get 5 of my boys and we can beat the Mavericks.
What the fuck we do that for?
We can let Luka score 80. He
right.
score 85.
Yeah.
Right. That's funny. I like
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm
And
a,
then-
yeah, Thunder Mavericks.
So what
I'm
y'all
with
think
you.
about Kyrie and his stance, man? He said he don't want to take the
Don't take
shot,
it, then.
man. Y'all good with it? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's
do
on
your
him.
thing.
That's his
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would y'all make
life
that move?
is more to there's more to it than money and
Yeah.
Basketball?
I guarantee
yeah,
he knows
absolutely.
he got fuck you money.
Oh yeah,
Facts. He's already
absolutely.
paid.
120 plus million already.
Let him cut him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sit
They
your
ain't
ass
gonna. He
down.
know they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. That's Kyrie, man. That's Uncle Drew.
That's
Can't
all
cut
they do.
Unc.
Cold blooded, bro.
And on the flip side, what's
Roll
up with
out of
Ben
bed.
Simmons?
Tripping.
Dude,
Win, bro.
I've never seen
Tripping,
nothing
Tissue
like that in my
paper.
life.
Soft, bro.
Tissue paper,
Yeah.
man.
That guy. I mean, obviously his game is his game, and it's already like, he's that big and that, like, you defensively, all right, a little bit.
Yeah.
Offensively, somewhat of a liability, essentially.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is not championship ball. And we saw, obviously, it's not championship ball. But now, coming into the season, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Like, that's
See, they got
Really?
what they
Like,
got
it's
to do.
like just practice, dog, and you'll get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't run.
Man, what they got to do with him is treat him like a regular dude.
Yeah.
You don't bring your ass to work. You don't get paid.
Yeah.
And if you stay gone more than 2 weeks for no reason, your ass is fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they got to do to him.
Yeah.
Because it's quite obvious that he's been that way since he was a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because all them killer mentalities are built early.
Well, they say he grew up in the hood out there, though.
In Australia?
In Australia.
Come on,
they say
dog.
he came up in the hood in
Come on,
Australia.
dude. I used to live in Australia. He ain't no hood
Ain't no
like the hood over here. Nah, bro. He wasn't making it South Arlington, bro. With that,
Wow.
you gotta be a
yeah.
you gotta be a killer.
Mental,
South Arlington is hard, bro. Don't get twisted. Arlington is tough. But ain't nothing hard.
I'm sorry.
You a 6'10" basketball player. What do you
Making
have to worry about?
Millions, you're being catered to. Your everything is being catered to.
Yeah.
Like what the like?
Yeah.
And he turned down the Sixers mental health support, whatever it was.
Oh, he out of there,
turned
bro.
down the like that's, bro.
Yeah,
chilling.
Yeah,
you tripping because it ain't the mental health.
No.
It's other. You just tripping.
Yeah.
If any
Like,
team
period.
picks him up, they're making a gross
Oh yeah.
misjudgment of skills.
Yep.
Period.
I don't want no 6'10" guy who gonna fold up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just don't want
Big
it.
softy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folding chair.
You can't.
Yeah.
You a 6'10" point guard. The average point guard in the NBA is 6'5".
Yeah.
I am not. I'm gonna have a jump shot and I'm bagging you down the whole time.
Yeah.
I played point guard in college.
Look.
I know what it feels like when a dude's 6'6" and back you down.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing.
Yeah,
You can't
you
shoot.
can't do
Even if he
nothing.
can't shoot,
It don't matter. Yeah.
what can you do?
You can
Yeah.
do that.
Imagine Allen Iverson at 16.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Look, we'll kill you.
yeah.
Literally.
This dude
kill
6'10",
you.
all he wants to do is date a Kardashian.
That Kardashian
Yeah.
pass the ball, dribble the ball up court, and like they say he didn't even looking to shoot or nothing.
He hadn't
That's
had nobody
cool.
on his team to
He don't.
give him the business.
And so he don't
Yeah,
love it like
bro.
that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
what it
cool.
is.
That's real. And that's I mean for him, instead of saying mental health, like just be real about that shit. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Look,
it was
man,
good. I enjoy
Yeah.
you know, I just really not feeling it.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Like thanks.
300 some odd
for-
thousand a
now we
game.
can make decisions based on
Yeah.
where you're actually at.
Yeah.
And not try to provide all this help and support to try to get you to come and
Because he
appease
just
us.
gonna
And-
Can't
leave.
make you love
He
it.
just gonna leave.
Yeah, abide by
Can't-
your contract. Like,
yeah.
nah.
Can't make you
he
love
know
it.
Like, nah.
And the team is just like, man, they really like we done with it, but you can tell they had a talk and was like, you can't say that, guys.
Right, yeah,
I
yeah.
guarantee you hadn't had a point guard that
Yeah.
hit him in the face with the ball.
yeah.
Because I would have hit him in the face with the ball
Yeah.
thousands of times.
Yeah.
He'd
Look
have
down, like-
got really tired of being wide open under the basket and get hit in the head. That's all I'm saying. I was that point guard. Like, man, why you
Get your
standing
big
there?
ass down there.
I'm
Right.
hitting the mouth.
Get a layup, nigga.
Here's a gold tooth to tell you how bad I was.
Right.
I was in college. There was this guy. He was always talking. I said, next time I come through, I'm dunking on you.
Yeah.
I rolled through there, bang. He said, you come back through, I'm knocking your teeth out. I said, I'll be back next play.
Yeah.
Came back.
Knocked my teeth out.
Wow.
I got up, put my teeth in the cup, put some gauze in, and kept playing the game.
Wow.
But this dude ain't got that.
You ain't
He
fight?
ain't got that.
Oh, he's 6'7", 6'8". I was 5'11". I'm not
Yeah,
trying to do
yeah,
that.
no,
I got killers on my team that can handle that.
Man, you go for them knees.
No, I got killers
Yeah,
on my
there's
team.
a- yeah, you can tussle.
Yeah, you know, I'm,
knees out.
Tussle. Yeah.
I'm trying to graduate on
Back.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm
Gotcha.
still from the
For a
hood, so I can
tussle.
make a call or two.
Non-violent, non-violent.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons ain't got that.
No, he
Yeah,
don't
no,
got
he
that.
don't.
He ain't got it.
He don't got that.
If somebody's telling you a scrub and you don't get offended,
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
you
They
definitely
go
got
do
that.
something about it.
something wrong, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll sit here
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, yeah.
We get NBA checks on Tuesday.
That's offensive.
Yeah,
you know.
no, that's
I'm
brutal.
depressed.
yeah,
He don't like the crowd
I'm ready to
booing
fight,
him.
bro.
It's like, bro, you in Philly, though. That's what they do. That's a sign of respect, too.
They beat up players in
They
Philly.
notice
mean,
you,
but-
bro.
He played in Baltimore. It's just like being in Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go play in Philly. Yeah.
You walk down the street
Pittsburgh.
and you gonna get it, bro.
Yeah, as you
Straight up.
should.
Right.
You gonna get
As you
it.
should.
Duh. Like
Yeah,
if you
bro.
don't expect that, somebody failed you, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
somebody failed
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Big time.
This is big time sports, big time entertainment. People work really hard, especially the blue collars.
To come
really hard, and they
watch you
spend
play.
a 20% of their total income.
Yeah.
to go on- Oh, you go hear every fucking thing I gotta say. Like,
And you may not
kidding
want to
me?
come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got new stuff I done learned yesterday.
yes. Oh, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. I love the those kind of fans. I love that. I love Baltimore. I love
Passionate.
Philly.
They
Yeah,
love
it's very.
it, bro.
I love it.
They love it.
That
Man,
makes-
into it.
Dallas
Man,
is
what's
here
going
too,
on?
though.
That
Dallas
actually
is
makes you
here, too.
good, though. That makes
really
you
does.
You're gonna either be a player or you're not.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
it's make or break.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. He breaking. He breaking all the way down.
Yeah.
All the way down. Speaking of breaking, it's got a couple nice boxing matches coming up. We got Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant
that's
this
gonna be a good
weekend. That's gonna be a nice little match, man.
Oh, your
Can't
boy
wait to see what
Plant.
goes down. And Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter on November 20th, man. That's gonna be another great fight coming up. Man, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Sucks that Fury did what he did again to my boy Deontay Wilder, but it was a much better fight this time. One of the greatest fights I've seen. Both of them need to do some squats, need to go work with Porzingis. Say legs was out of there.
Yeah.
Deontay looked like Bambi walking around after the 56th round, bro. But it was a good
He's swinging
fight.
all them haymakers.
I'll
all
take
the
either
time.
one of them over Porzingis.
Me too. Because they willing to take a punch.
Chill. Yeah.
No doubt.
Easy.
No
Not
doubt.
even close.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, man.
Today,
But
right now.
yeah, we gotta get right. So we're gonna move on to the next side of the show. We are Sports and Tech, and now it's time for my favorite part of the show, Tech
A
Talk.
little bit of technology.
Tech Talk with Jonas, man. What's going down, bro?
Technology. Man, it's been a lot. It's same with the sports as it was with the technology. It's so much stuff has been going on.
Yeah.
I didn't even write down. Facebook is not Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
They're gonna be Meta.
Meta.
Yeah.
What they Ron Artest?
Yeah.
Why they just changed to Ron Artest?
They're not about world peace.
Yeah, they took it.
Took one of them.
It's not about the world peace part.
I have to agree though with a lot of people have said something along the lines of they could have just saved an extra letter or two and just called it meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
They don't have that skill set.
Yeah.
Like they bought Oculus, but
Yeah.
like it's not like intrinsic to the Facebook organization to be that company.
Yeah.
They're not the innovation company anymore.
Yeah.
Haven't ever really been
That.
since.
No, they're
Ever.
in the
Yeah.
acquiring game.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in the business of acquisitions,
Yeah.
and and Zuckerberg's got kind of got this look at this, don't look at this thing going,
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%.
and
You don't
Yeah.
think that's smart?
I think if he could execute it better, it would be the smart move. But it's kind of like some of the things that we've talked about in sports, in football in particular, where it's not that it was the wrong move; it was just executed poorly.
Really?
So,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
so
So how-
what you're really saying is
what
that
would you
slip
do
is
different?
shown.
yeah,
Yeah, slip is shown.
yeah, they're just trying to. So they've got all this stuff going on with Congress, and whether that's right or wrong is totally beside the point.
Right.
They got stuff happening. They got some shit that's coming down on them.
Right.
And rather than dealing with that straightforward, and they're trying to pull this other thing that everybody who knows anything about it knows they're not that guy. They're not the meta guy. They're not the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their play. Their play is somewhere else. And I don't think how many people are going to stop using Facebook because they feed you stuff from their algorithms. Like everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody,
they're not gonna
like
stop.
my mom knows that, she's still on Facebook. My dad knows that, she's still on Facebook. Ray
Yeah.
Edwards knows that, he's
Yeah.
still on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like we're all still there. We know that's how it works, but we're still there because they've got that market. Like that's their play, and they got it. They don't need to do anything else to have that play.
Right.
So, and there's other things they could do that would make sense. There's things that they could do to address the problems that the Congress people and so on are bringing up. If they're not doing that, they're just throwing up this smokescreen of something else. And if you look back just a couple of years ago, before we had coronavirus and before, Facebook and Twitter became household words because of things that other people, their users were doing.
Right.
We had another company that is has been in the past been very innovative, who all of a sudden decided to change their organization, change their parent company name, and split some things off underneath that. That used to be called Google, now it's called Alphabet, and they executed that really well. Wasn't a lot of fanfare, but now some of those more controversial things are separate entities, so that if they ever actually make it to a case where, the FTC or court or whatever shuts that piece down, their main lines of business are still okay.
Genius.
But they executed it very, very smoothly. Hardly anybody even paid attention at the time, but now they've got that structure in place. Whereas, Facebook it's just very obvious that they kind of got hit a couple of times, little lightweight taps, and they said, okay, well let me throw this thing out there, without dealing with what's in front of them.
To turn the dope, to turn the water off for a little
two
bit.
different businesses.
Right, two very, very different businesses, and
If
I
they
get it. I understand that that's something he's interested in, but
And,
Right.
if he's listening, fix them sex worker friend requests. I get 40 of them things a day.
I'm tired
Hi,
of
I have a
seeing this
WhatsApp group.
shit.
Come on, man.
I'm tired of seeing this shit.
Fix that.
Yo, but those are two totally different businesses.
it is,
So,
yeah,
and
it is. It's 100%, yeah.
But I think, what Facebook, Meta, whatever is doing, I still
Right.
think that they're not necessarily the innovator, but what they are doing is being one step ahead of where they see when it comes to entertainment,
Yep.
engagement, what life is in 20, 40, 50, 60, and 70.
Yep.
They're just rock and roll,
Yep.
let's go get it.
Yeah, no, I agree
You
with
know?
you there. They are trying to put themselves in a position to basically, when those companies do exist, when somebody does create that next thing,
Well, they're already a
they
handful.
buy it up,
Yeah.
and they've
Like
and they're
network,
buying those. Yeah.
there's a handful of
Right.
that they're on the verge. Like I just bought some Meta Hero,
Right.
which they're into basically taking and creating a lot of avatars or
Right.
whatever product, whatever image, whatever you got
Yeah.
to put in this Meta. Like and then from that point you can tokenize it and so on and so
Yeah.
forth, all that stuff. But it's patchy today.
Right. It's
but
very much at
it-
the early stages.
very,
much at the
very early stages. But
That's when you want to get into stuff.
right, and then
Yeah, that's true.
as the leader and
Yep.
of a network that has how many billion? I don't know how many billion people.
Yeah, several.
It's a lot.
They got
Like-
the majority of the world's population.
The majority
has
of
a
the
Facebook
world
page.
has
Yeah.
a Facebook page.
Not necessarily individually, but
Right.
numbers wise.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
just hearing that kind of throws you off.
I mean,
man.
that's
Yeah.
immediate
Yeah.
marketing, right? Like,
Yeah.
right. And so for
Mm-hmm.
every other technology that's creating or whatever that are doing, here is the network that you really want to be attached to.
Yeah.
And for them launching and
Here's the network that you really have to be attached
you
to.
have yeah,
Whether
that's
you
it.
want to be or not.
You
Yeah.
have that-
That's and I've seen I've seen a lot of people with small businesses and even not so small businesses who would rather not have to deal with Facebook, and not only Facebook. There's some other big names that you could throw out there
no doubt.
that they have to
You
because
just can't not
that's what you can't not.
Almost like
Freaking-
Walmart, huh?
Almost
Yeah.
like Walmart,
put
right?
the elephant in
Amazon.
here.
Yeah.
Like you
Well, that
can't
was
not
one.
have to work around it. Like
Yeah,
Or
I thought dropping
engage
one,
it.
I thought talking bad about one big name was enough
Hey,
for one
you
show.
might as well drop them all.
Let's go drop them all.
Skynet.
But speaking of Amazon, and I had so I'm gonna relate one quick tales out of school story. So one of my coworkers who is a data scientist, and like real super smart guy. We were talking to a client recently, and he was using the example. So the client wants to be able to provide recommendations to some of their staff for what their next thing they need to do is, and he was saying the mistake that a lot of people make with recommendation engines is they think that they're going to get the best recommendation, like, and that's going to be the top thing. And that's not the way most recommendation engines work. So if you look at like Amazon's recommender or Netflix, next thing you should watch recommender, most of those recommendations suck.
Yeah, they'd be off.
Way off.
But they don't have to be right all the time.
Yeah.
What their goal is not to give you the next perfect thing for you. Their goal is to get you to watch something besides what you're already watching,
Yeah.
or buy something different from what you already buy.
Keep you plugged into their
And
network.
they're great at that because
Yeah.
they're showing you stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise. Like if I've got a truck and I'm buying mud flaps and
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
what is the
right, for a
little
truck.
like the naked lady picture on that goes on the mud flaps of the truck.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to find that kind of stuff. I know how to find that stuff because I'm already looking for it.
Right. Yeah.
They need to show me something that's different from what I've already been looking at.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be right. They just have to show me a lot of stuff that might be close.
Yeah. That you
And
probably aren't looking at. That
Right.
You didn't, yeah.
so, to back that up with some science, MIT has done a study where and written it up in a nice friendly, user friendly reading
Yeah.
that basically said that all the stuff that we're doing with artificial intelligence and machine learning, all that kind of stuff, it can be faster. Sometimes it might be a little more accurate, but it's no match for the weirdness, the quirkiness of a real person. Like real people will do things and be able to make decisions on things that you would spend years trying to figure out how to get a machine learning system to even start to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's simple stuff that they can do,
Mhm.
but we're a long
That's
way
because
from
we're complex people.
because we're complicated.
And we have different interests,
Yeah.
Indeed.
right?
Well, there's layers.
Yeah.
There's layers.
There's
It's like
layers.
an onion.
Exactly.
Emotions
Like-
at the
exactly.
at the
Like-
core.
like
the
Shrek.
emotional seat, like that
Yeah.
alone is just
Yeah.
And a machine is a very focused tool.
Yeah. Well, we're
right?
we're
It's
driven
a
by
program.
our
Specific.
physicality. Like
Yeah.
we like to think that we're these brains that are super smart, and we are in some ways.
yeah.
But that all of that smartness, all of that, the smartest person in the world is still driven by hunger, desire,
Mm-hmm.
fatigue,
Yeah.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the same things that
Yeah,
everybody else
fears,
and all
Fear,
these cats and dogs and everything
Yep.
else is driven by.
Yep.
We're still driven by those same things,
Yep.
and they can overwhelm you when you're like it's like
Depending on
it's like when you've been
depending
hungry.
on
Oh, yeah, you
circumstance.
want
You get hungry.
somebody down real quick.
Right.
I'm the 9-minute man. I'm hungry. If I tell you I'm
No
hungry
doubt.
9 minutes later, it better be.
You better have a Snicker somewhere.
That's what my
Yeah,
wife and I
no,
learned real
you can-
quick. That's probably the only reason we're still
Process,
together.
like,
we
it's
learned.
not that bad. Like, I can be starving, but I cannot eat at the same time.
That's true.
And I'll
Yeah.
be okay
You can override
tomorrow.
it.
Like,
You can override it,
but yeah.
but it's a
But
struggle.
it affects, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The
And
it's
way
gonna
that you
affect you.
respond to things is going to be completely different as if, other than if you were full and chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you trained yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes people
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
Why would you do
We go
that?
to the military, huh?
Yeah, military.
Why
yeah.
would you? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a number of reasons. I don't
For
know.
sure. For sure.
I did that.
So-
I went in for
Yeah.
straight up survival.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
hood just wasn't what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna need much.
Yeah.
Just I know not to
I can
eat.
eat 3-4 times a day in there though.
Right. Right.
I swear it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
Oh yeah.
So the National Academy of Sciences, on a slightly related note, did a study.
This is funny.
What was it?
People in general, people with internet access especially, mistake the internet's knowledge as being their own knowledge.
Yeah.
So if you have access to your phone or something, I'm guilty of this all the time. You think that if you can Google something real quick, you think that you know it.
Yeah.
Even though you don't really know it, Google knows it.
Right.
But you think you know it because you can look it up real quick.
You got access Reddit real quick. Oh yeah, now I know this to be true.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
So just building
or just the fact
a
you
lot
know,
of dumb, arrogant motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's wrong in the mug.
I'm gonna stop saying that I've done that.
Yeah. What's that?
Y'all talking bad now.
It said something about.
I'm one of them motherfuckers.
I forget that Abraham.
I don't know a lot of shit, but if I can Google,
Sold. I do him too.
my confidence is in Google.
Abraham Lincoln
Like,
tweeted
what?
this quote just yesterday. This is the last known Instagram post from Abraham Lincoln.
Like, come on now.
But the thing is, what that got me to thinking about though was, like, if you look back at like when I was in high school, when you were in high school probably,
Britannica.
because you're about the same, Encyclopedia Britannica,
Yeah.
and wasn't no let me pull out my graphing calculator for the
Yeah.
math test.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you had to know how to do that. Like you had to do times tables, right?
research.
You had to
Yeah.
stand up in class and do them times
Or
tables.
get them
Yeah.
licks.
Or get them licks. I got a couple of licks.
See, Google, you actually depended on somebody else's.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Like, and
yeah.
you're putting all the you're hoping that it's true.
Yeah.
You're taking it as fact,
Yeah.
and it might not be. And a lot of times, it's not,
That's right.
or it's out of context.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot out. There's a lot out.
It's a lot of stuff that's out of context.
Right.
that you're taking for
So the question is though is then are we dumber? Are we really dumber because we let people use calculators now?
Yes,
Or are we just taking the next step
Next step.
forward?
I think we're dumber, bro. Because back in the gap, when I was 9, I knew more phone numbers than I know now.
Doesn't matter.
So
you
you're
can,
dumber.
You can dial more people than you did
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah,
too.
you're right.
That don't mean you're dumber.
We're more resourceful.
Yes, that don't mean you're dumber. Smart people
Yeah.
are very fucking resourceful.
You're right,
Why
you're right, you're right.
do I need
Well,
to know how to do that?
yeah,
When I
so-
can just do that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Another thing that came up.
That should be less cases of dementia here in 40, 50 years.
Agreed.
Well,
Because we're
or they can just look it up on. They can just look up what they did last year.
Well, I think
who is this person coming into my hospital room?
I think it's you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
Oh yeah, that's my
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
That's where we at.
The movie what?
Idiocracy.
I have
I
not.
haven't
You
seen
need to
it.
I have
see it,
not.
man.
You need to
It's
see it.
funny,
Is
but
it?
it's true.
Okay.
It's- yeah.
I would
Don't-
take that. I like
don't
that.
let them-
Yes, this is good. Sponsored by Carl's Jr. What's that? Brondo. I'm like, what?
What was the guy's name on there? The King. Oh man, it was he
You gotta
was
see that.
he was
Oh,
so funny.
yeah.
Idiocracy.
Yeah,
When did
man.
this come out?
It's an old movie. It's a what's that guy?
Yeah, it's
One
been-
of them
it's been
Owen
old.
boys. in
Yeah, it's
the
the-
Oh, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's
It is
the other Wilson,
Entertainment.
Luke
yeah,
Wilson,
hilarious, man.
and he's an idiot in modern times, but he gets sent forward in time,
and he's a genius.
and he's like the genius.
Wow.
And when you see it, you be like, "Oh man, this is it's crazy, man." It's,
No, that's
It's
nuts,
pretty
man.
bad there,
you gotta
that's
see
nuts.
it, man. It's hilarious.
and it is funny. It is hilarious.
I watch it
Yeah,
every
man.
time I get a chance. It's
I
hilarious.
don't understand. Like, I mean, and it's going down
Luke
to our
Wilson.
kids. Like, I remember I knew
You
my
see it?
address at a much younger age
Idiocracy, there it is.
This one.
than my kids
True,
do
true.
now.
Yeah,
You know, I
that's
knew
it.
information about my family. I still question my son whether or not he knows my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
but-
past few years, Pops, I just played a trick. I won't tell you to the end of the day. You sure about that? Yeah.
No,
You
yeah.
sure you know
Okay.
my birthday? You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right,
it's just certain things.
I get you. I feel you.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have that calendar,
Yeah.
like I would remember shit.
Oh,
No doubt.
And that was a long time before.
No
That
doubt.
was a long time before I actually had the tools
calendar?
to balance that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're smart enough to use it. Now you know yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Well, back in the gap, I mean-
I could look it up.
Exactly.
Well, things were,
But that, yeah.
times it was,
Knowing yourself, like,
things
That's
were
true,
slower
though.
back then, right?
Oh yeah, for
very
sure.
much so.
Like, you know, you didn't
So
have
many-
so
you know your
much.
schedule was 8 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Like
heck,
very.
I'm telling you, when my pops went to
repetitive, like
work,
very-
I didn't hear from him until he got back home. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Unless
Yeah.
I had an emergency.
Right.
And it
You
better
have to
be.
call. You would have to
Better
call
be an
the
emergency.
workplace
Exactly.
and ask for it. Like, hey,
Yes.
can I? Is whatever.
Exactly.
There's an emergency. Then I got to go
Yeah.
down and
Yeah.
versus send them a text.
Yeah.
Or-
I always
Right.
go back to this Chris Rock stand up when he's like, man, I think, you know, all these cell phones is why the divorce rate is up so high.
Easy, of course.
He's like, back in the day, same
Easy.
thing when my pops left. him and my mom actually had stuff to talk about when they got back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
But now
who knows what the fuck he was doing?
they text
Gone.
messaging all day, and then
Doesn't
they
matter.
get home and they just sitting there looking at each other. You know? It's like nothing
I'll
to
just
talk
say
about.
I'm 3 for 2. one with cell phones and one without. So
Yeah.
take that for what it is.
What it is.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, hey,
But
man,
yeah, it's
It was good.
that's good times.
that's good
That's
stuff,
good
bro.
stuff, man.
We live in interesting times.
We
Are
do.
we?
That's
In
cool.
your opinion, are we dumber or are we smarter now?
I think that we are about the same as we've always been.
That's good.
We just can do it faster.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
And do you
love-
think that-
that's a great.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think the population
That's
has
good.
something to do with that? There's more of us.
Nope.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
We have
agree-
to-
agree
no,
with
I
that.
think, in fact, I would even go so far as to say that I think overall, over a longer, like 20, 30 year time, like if you look at slices of time and that kind, that overall we're slightly, very slightly maybe getting just a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
Overall, worldwide, not like
I see.
Dallas, certainly not
Just over. Yeah.
PS, Mississippi, but
Yep.
but like overall, worldwide, over a longer time frame, we're getting just a little bit smarter.
And then, all right. So how are we defining smarter?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
That's,
because
that's an excellent question.
yeah.
How many more? How
I
long
know.
you- how
I
long
know
you
it's
got,
a
man?
fact. I
Okay,
just,
look, I'm
in my
good.
mind, I was like, I'm gonna ask.
You
but-
got this.
I know the
This
shit.
is my gig for the day.
Yeah. We got about 8 more hours. of the show, y'all.
Straight up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's okay.
what-
So let's
yeah.
we won't do the whole thing. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for real,
Yeah.
that's the question you should be asking all the time. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just because this is smarter,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean it's better?
Mm-hmm.
Because a
And
lot
just
of people,
because it's better,
Hey.
Is it necessary?
is it really necessary?
It's a
a
necessary.
lot of people, these smart homes got scammed because everybody on the other end of that camera was looking at their wife
Yeah.
or their husband. You know?
Oh, for sure.
If somebody
So how
wants to look
smart
at
was
me,
that?
Yeah.
like
You know?
They ain't missing nothing looking at me.
that's what I'm talking about. all I'm saying is if you're on my little smart camera and you're looking at me, like I want to get some change out of that.
You want some change out of that?
Like
Yeah.
OnlyFans,
You
like
some-
That was someone I
Solid.
Right.
Solid.
throw me a
Let me
little
get
bit.
solid.
Yeah.
Hey, just holler at your boy.
Yeah, but how would you define smarter though? Because that is a tough question to ask. I mean, a
Yeah.
tough question
So-
to answer.
right
Based on culture
And
by
the thing
culture,
is,
Yeah.
century by century.
there's things that I could throw out there and say, is it better or worse that fewer people have violence in their lives?
Have what?
Have violence in their lives? Is that a better thing overall, or is that a worse thing overall? And the
Depends.
standard answer, the obvious answer would be, well, no, it's better if fewer people have violence in their lives. But remember, we were just talking about,
Yep.
we're attached to this physical body that is designed to have a certain amount of stress on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Violence doesn't have to be, a husband beating a wife
No.
or somebody getting killed. Violence could be football.
Yep. Oh,
It could be judo.
somebody saying something like
Yeah,
a lot of it verbal.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's a whole other.
Verbal.
That's,
No
that's
doubt.
8 more hours of conversation.
doubt.
That's
But-
the big
but
topic
yeah,
of today,
it
really.
makes and breaks different people. Like
Right.
yeah,
That's
I
it.
mean,
Like
'cause sometimes
we just talked about this.
I
some
couldn't
of
be
the
here
years.
without violence.
Yeah.
Like I needed some violence to like
Right.
spark. Maybe
Yeah.
be competitive. Like
Exactly.
what? Like
Exactly.
so it's,
So
that's why I said it
We're wired
depends.
differently.
Is it
Yeah,
now?
it depends.
And those I'm an anthropologist. You open the door.
Yeah, I did.
There's a lot of things that we as a U.S. society, specifically southern, midwestern kind of society, there's things that we value today, things that we valued over a longer period of time, that don't mean anything to the
Yeah.
rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't
Yeah.
meant anything to people 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago, for that matter.
For sure,
That we
For sure.
think are very important,
and vice versa.
and vice versa.
That meant
Right,
the world
exactly.
to them.
Right.
Like
And
that actually
so,
didn't mean
so
shit.
when we think, is it smarter? Is it better? Like, we're really talking about what seems better right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very difficult. Like, there's been obviously, over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of weird stuff has happened,
Certainly.
and a lot of stuff that's been people talk about. Oh, this is the worst thing ever. Oh, this is the best thing ever.
Certainly.
We don't know that yet.
No.
It's going to be a while before we know what comes from like this coronavirus business. It's going to be a long time before we know what the ultimate outcomes of, who gets elected, who, what company, puts out the Facebook thing. If they roll that out and it's as awesome, everybody starts wearing Facebook headsets and doing stuff in the Ready Player One world.
Yeah.
Like, is that good or is that bad? It'll be a while before that settles out, and we know, and we can look back on it and say, oh, that was a dumb idea. We should not have done that.
Yeah.
And so that's if I had any advice for world leaders and business leaders at the big scale, my advice would be to slow down. When you think about, before you start making a law, before you start making something that's going to be like that big of a deal, take a step back and think about it.
But do they care enough to
use that game IQ to say, okay, let me take a breath, and before I react to something.
Yeah, which is
it's a lot of
all of them are
most of it is just reactionary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is all reactionary.
And I'm just waiting for somebody to be able to explain pyramids.
Pyramids.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
I still think
smarter?
Roman punishment was the worst punishment. Like, that's the one punishment I wouldn't want to be underruled that I wouldn't want to be under.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were wicked, bro.
Well,
They were some wicked Jews.
Go fight the lions? That's Greece?
Bruh.
Is that-
No, that was wrong.
That's
Rome,
Rome,
right? Yeah, that's
Rome,
Greece, right?
Rome.
Italy.
Well,
Italy?
it's
Yeah, okay.
Italy there, but yes.
Rome is in Italy.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro.
I still think
That's nuts, but
Although the Greeks were no slouches.
No doubt
in
about
the-
it.
in the-
Like,
beating
no-
the shit out of people. With fire.
Yes.
yeah.
just that age
Throw them over.
was
That water
was
looks
a
real
motherfucker.
blue and pretty, but some bodies
Right.
down there.
Somebody's down
Definitely somebody's down there.
Yes, sir.
Had to walk the plank.
Yeah.
Not on the ship.
We human beings have been pretty shitty to each other over the long
And
term.
That's
still,
a fact,
yeah,
bro.
still
It
are.
still
Still
can
are.
be from time to
Yeah.
time.
But
Some
nobody's
of 'em are-
publicly getting fucking
Yeah,
ripped
some
to
of them are
shreds
still trying to find ways to get even more shittier.
Yeah.
Well,
only
until we get back to public sacrifices. Like we're not there quite there yet.
Hey, man,
that's
hey.
true.
That happened. Like,
I heard it happened in
come on,
Oregon.
man. Like the town is coming to watch this motherfucker die.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude in Oregon.
And that's
Oregon
that's
got
been
handled.
that's been what? That's less than
That's
100
not
years
that
ago, right?
long. Yeah.
I saw that in the 90s when I was in Saudi. I went to Yemen.
Oh yeah, right.
I went to the head chopping on
Yeah.
Oh my
on a
God.
A beheading. A legit, yeah, the guillotine.
Dude stole something, put his hand there, whack it,
Oh, you
cut it
saw him
off.
chop
Oh
the
my
hand.
Then I
gosh.
saw him cut a guy's head off
And they-
for raping a woman. I was like, this is a
Whoa.
country I don't want to stay in
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got no plans of raping nobody,
no
but
doubt.
yet
But
still.
still.
That was
These boys
a
don't play.
side note. The crew I was with, we were the first known attack by Osama bin Laden.
Wow.
Documented. Yep, he tried to kill
Is that
us
right?
twice.
Are you
Really?
serious?
What year was this? When was this?
I think it was 92 or something like that.
That's
Bro.
right. Yeah.
He blew up one hotel. We were in there on the 5th floor. I guess they told him we were on the 5th floor. We moved that morning because we never stayed in one place.
Yeah.
He blew the hotel up.
Late.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
know.
then-
I know. But I was just getting out of basic training when that
Yeah,
happened.
and then we went to
I didn't know
we
this.
went
That's fact.
we went
Damn.
downtown to
Because it was a big deal. Yeah.
we went downtown to the Hilton. We stayed at the Hilton, and we were going to work one day, and our guard was acting real weird.
Yeah.
You know, he was acting kind of off.
Yeah.
So we was
Because
like, okay.
he was like local contract.
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, man, so we asked the bus driver, me and my roommates, hey, man, can you take us over to the British store? We want to buy some snacks. He said, no, I can't take you. Out of the blue. So
Right.
we walk out, go in the hotel, and a minute later, boom, the guy who was in the van, in the bus with us was a suicide bomber.
Oh my
He
God.
blew up the bus right in front of the hotel.
Oh.
And so they flew us out there the next morning.
Wow, bro.
Yep. Me and my wife were watching. Well, I was watching Vice, and they
No doubt.
talked about it. And I was like, "Hey, that dude looked like me," and it was me.
It was you.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah. So I call all my boys.
Damn.
Yo, man, you see the Vice? Oh, yeah, Big Sarge, we already saw that.
That is insane,
Yeah.
bro.
So I printed it. so I can have it.
Bro,
Oh,
you
you
got
still got-
stories.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
insane. Bro, you enjoy your time over here today, bro?
Yes, sir, man.
Bro,
I got to
appreciate
meet.
you.
I got to meet the hands man.
Man,
Yeah, all
bro.
hands.
The hands
All
man.
Pleasure,
hands.
bro.
Look like hands man
Yeah.
been in that weight room over the
Bro,
last
he
month.
was
He
dog.
still got. He
straight.
still got a
Bro, we
receiver
getting it
body.
That's
Well,
a
so
donuts, man.
I gotta.
Still got that 4.2 speed
I
body.
mean, you got it like that, you know.
Nah,
I gotta keep.
man.
I gotta stay on that court.
Yeah, dog.
Stay slim.
Stay slim,
Yeah.
slim, but like little, little
Yeah.
physique,
I
little
wish-
He
size.
say got on that court.
I wish I could
get
still
him,
play,
though.
man. I can't do it, bro. My son beat me. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
On the court,
Oh.
basketball.
Did you ain't let him beat you though, huh?
No, he actually.
Oh, he actually.
He had to
beat
whoop
you.
my
Yeah,
ass.
that's
Yeah,
good.
that's when it's time to sit on.
I was like,
there.
oh yeah, it's
Let
time
him
to stop.
It's time to watch.
Shout out to
Time
Zay.
We'll be there. Yeah, no doubt.
Right on, man. Well, nah, this has been a great show, man. Definitely
Yeah, bro.
appreciate you
Pleasure,
coming
bro.
by.
Yeah,
Bless us
absolutely.
with the great stories, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
you got a ton more. Like, geez, we could have kept this thing going.
Yeah.
But I hope y'all enjoyed it this week, man. Happy to be back in the building. Welcome back, Jones.
Back.
Mark, all hands was going down.
Yeah, it
MC,
is.
Yeah,
welcome
bro.
back, man. We back in this thing for season 4. It's coming at you, man. Fast. We got the habaneros vodka in the house, man,
good
going
stuff.
down, and the screwball whiskey.
Nice.
Man, we'll see y'all next week. Same place, around the same time. Peace.
Peace.